years. The inhabitants of the community migrated from Benin, the cradle of black civilization, a kingdom where king is truly king. The ancestors of Anegbete saw that age was the main determinant of leadership in the rural setting, and the eldest man in the settlement was regarded as the leader who presided over meetings, and his authority is held in high esteem. To further strengthen this unique system of leadership, age group evolved in Anegbete. In Anegbete, age group is categorized into two, that is, the common and the noble. Anegbete is rich in cultural heritage, as the community at noon saw the commitment of the festival with the first set roll out in beauty colors to showcase their might and strength, indicating their feet and ready for the responsibilities behold on them. The streets in the community with a feed up of young men and women adorned with the festival. Later, the royal family takes the stage as their children fight out royally and work in the community to showcase their might and fitness.
My leader.
Hello and welcome to WIC.
This is a space where women converse, where we sit together to talk about women. Sometimes we bring in men, but mostly it has to be with women. And usually I don't do this alone. I do this with my, should I say, co-anchors or guests, because already they are mostly like co-anchors. I have on my right, I have Barrister Chisom Agbofu. Barrister Chisom Agbofu is a legal practitioner. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Patricia.
And also I have on my left Princess Edith Madijemo. Princess Edith Madijemo is a CEO Free Date Gold Limited. Princess Edith, you're welcome.
Thank you. Good morning. I will tell every girl out there, whether you want to go to school, whether you want to learn a trade, please go for it first. Grow your business. Whatever you want to be a designer, go for it. You should be able to some extent be stable, financially stable to some extent. Where they are asking of 100,000 naira, as a girl that know what she's doing,
You should have at least.
you should have at least 30,000,
30
to bring to the table.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so-
earn you respect.
So, Princess, just like said,
It's
I
earn you
want to ask
respect.
Patricia something. So, because the way your expression is
Yeah.
why people are talking.
Okay, so I'm being put on
I
the spot
want
right
to-
now.
Yeah.
Princess made mention of, you said Destiny Supporter Husband.
Husband.
I think we should even make that a hashtag. Destiny Supporter Husband.
Thank you,
So,
darling.
out of 10 men, how many Destiny Supporter Husband do you think is present in this Nigeria?
Okay.
Out of 10.
Okay, are you asking me?
Yes.
No, I'm asking you.
Yes,
so
you're asking me.
Yes, yeah.
Ah, Chisom. You know you're a barrister. I'm beginning to
Patricia is on
wonder.
the spot now.
I'm right on the spot because
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be doing the questioning.
Yeah.
But Chisom has just asked me. But anyway, if you ask me to give a percentage, I think 2%.
Ah, that's it.
Mhm.
That's,
There you
that's
go.
not
I
flying.
think 2%.
And it's
And
not
like
flying.
she said, like Edith said, it is not flying. Because why I said that, this brings me to the topic we had discussed on this table. This, some men begins to see you as an arrogant person because you're making your own money. They begin to see you as, she's going to be looking down on me now because she's making money. So they
Yeah.
want to do everything possible to bring you down. Okay, so that they will remain the man, and then you always go, you want to buy onion, you go and meet them, can I have money to buy onion? And then you hear him say, but you just bought yesterday, I don't have the money today. Okay,
Can
so
I come in there?
please do.
Yeah.
As a woman that has her business or that is a career woman, if you are lucky to have a good husband or a good partner, he will respect you. I believe men respect women that have something to offer. Because you're not just a blessing to him, you're a blessing to the family,
And to yourself.
to your children, and to yourself.
Yeah.
You make the load light for him. You make the weight light for him, I mean. You understand? You not just only take care of your immediate family, you look back to your family, where you are coming from, your extended family, to your sibling, even to his family. I've seen a case where the mother-in-law, which is the mother of the husband, and called for assistant, medical assistant, and the husband wasn't having any money at that point. He's not poor. You know how business can be. At that point in time, he wasn't having money, and the woman she's good. And the man was like, and this time mommy is sick. The wife said, what's the matter? Mommy needs to so amount. He says, that why you are down? Don't worry, tomorrow or next tomorrow we'll handle that. That is it.
That is it.
So when you have a woman that is doing something,
Yeah.
when the chips are down, you will value your wife. And if when you are doing something as a girly, this is for girls talk and women conversation. As a lady, when you have something doing, you can't quantify the amount of respect you command. The respect, the comfort that you will have. So I will tell every girly girl there, please get your ass down, get something doing before you jump into marriage. Marriage is never late.
Yeah,
Okay.
and also for those who are already in marriage, but you don't have anything doing, because, I don't really buy into the idea of this housewife thing. There are a whole lot of things you can
Who
do.
housewife help?
There are a whole lot of things you can do in the home as you are there while the kids are in school. There are a lot of remote jobs. There are a lot
Yeah.
of businesses that you can do. Even if it's food, if you're a very good chef, you could start cooking, people order online and all of that. Just try and get yourself, get your hands into doing something. so that at least you have something to take care of yourself and to take care of your kids, so you
Yeah.
don't get stranded.
Okay, so thank you, Chisom. So this brings me back to age in women. Okay, so because you hear the both of you have said, get something doing, get your career standing. While we're waiting to get our careers, make sure we have a good career, we're making money, bringing money to the table. Some people will argue with us that age is going. You hear people say age is not on the side of women. A 90-year-old man can still marry a 18-year-old woman, just like what happened between Regina and Ned Nwoko. What will you say that you're trying to pursue your career and then time passes by?
Okay, for me, Patricia, I would disagree with you
Okay.
because age has nothing to do with career. Let's just look at it the way it is. Age has nothing to do with career. I mean, while I was in the university, there was this 60-year-old woman and even this man who was over 50 or so. So we had people who were, elderly ones who were actually interested in studying law. And so she's married, she had children, but then she was always, she call on us, the younger ones, explain this to me. And it was so much admirable to see a woman who had gotten married, giving birth to children. And I think there was a day we asked her, why now? And she said that she had always wanted to be a lawyer, and that's why she's here. So age is not something to look at. If you want to be a fashion designer, a doctor, or whatever you want to be, it doesn't matter. That's what I even said. Even while you are in marriage and then you feel like you've not fulfilled your career yet, you can still do it. It has nothing to do whether you're young or you're old. It has nothing to do with age. For me, that is my own opinion.
That's your opinion. What's your
Yeah.
opinion?
Yeah, age has nothing to do with marriage, with career. As you ask, age has really nothing to do with career. You can, at 50, at 40, you can. It has to. It's not like I said. The spiritual controls the physical. It all depends on your destiny. Some people were destined to marry early and marry very well, and has a fulfillment in marriage. Some were destined not to even marry, while some were destined to marry late. It all depends on how your destiny, how you are destined to be in life. And when you are destined to marry early and you still have a career to pursue, there's no how you will miss it. You may meet a partner that will still support your destiny to be fulfilled.
Yeah.
Wow. Age has no limits to marriage, all right? Marriage does not have age limits. Let's put it that way. Marriage does not have age limits, and it does not have to do with your career. You could start your career at any time. We heard Chisom say she had a 60-year-old woman in her class who came back to study law. But that's a lot, Chisom, because law is 5 years.
Yes.
Wow. And then for me, back of my head, when do I want to finish this school?
Yeah, so it was really inspirational watching a woman at that age come and fulfill her career. And so I also want to talk to people. I don't really like the stigma that people put out there on ladies and age, because I don't know where it is not written anywhere that a lady should fulfill a career before 30 or when she's 25 or when she's 23. I mean, that is, it doesn't make any sense. Age is not a restriction to your career. So people should stop stigmatizing women that way. It's a very sensitive topic to me because a lot of men do that. A lot of people out there do that. They say, oh, how old are you? Or you want to go and do this thing. You're not ashamed of yourself. Why are you doing this at this age? They shame you. We all do one.
Okay, so this brings me to stigmatization, like you said.
Yeah.
We had a woman when I did my master's, actually, I did masters, and I had a woman in my class who was 63 as at the time. Really, the children in the class were treating her badly.
Wow.
Yes, they weren't treating her nicely.
Wow.
She would talk. So she became this harsh.
Yeah, she will.
She was harsh because she wanted to defend herself. But people weren't understanding her. People were saying she was a wicked old woman. She's this, she's that, she's that, she's that. Okay. But I understood her properly. And I used to tell everybody in the class, I say, look, this woman, if you ask me, is the best in this class.
Yeah.
At 63, where do you think you will be
Okay.
Exactly.
if she's in the class with us?
Mhm.
But she never gave up.
At all.
We finished, we did our graduation party. She had a party.
Wow.
Yeah, she snapped pictures. We had nice party.
Okay.
Okay. Today, she has her own program that she does. She does TikTok.
Wow.
She does it's a political program. She does TikTok. She does anyway, she does a lot on the social media. So if she's not 63 anymore, she's grown older.
Okay.
But she's doing that.
She's doing well.
And it's
Yeah.
making her
She's
look
still very
young.
active.
She's
She's
still
still very
very-
active.
Very active.
Yes.
All these things she's doing is making her look young.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
younger than
acting young.
yes.
Of course.
You know, so like Chisom said, do not let age be the barrier for you to continue
Age is never a barrier.
whatever
Yeah,
you want
it's
to do.
never
We're
a
going to be
barrier.
going on a short break and we'll be right back. Please stay tuned. Welcome back to WIC. We still have Chisom in the house and we have Princess Edith in the house. We've been talking about women and career, but we're going to be moving on now to Nigeria women. And Nigeria women losing their values or finally finding their voices.
For me, I would.
Chisom, do you know why I'm looking at you again? This question and topic was carved by you to start off.
You are in for it.
Okay, now that I'm on the hot seat, I would say that, women, let's say Nigerian women, are they finding their voices, or are they finding
Finding values
value,
of
or
finally finding their voices.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much, Patricia. Well, I would say that Nigerian women are finally finding their voices in certain aspects.
Okay.
Good.
In the aspect of education, yes, you will see, if you go to any educational level, I think women are more than men. And that is highly commendable. I mean, I love the fact that women are now vice chancellors and all of that. PhD level, you see a lot of women there. So in the academic sector, I would say women have found, I wouldn't even say finding,
They have
women
found their
have
voice.
found their voices. I mean, we even have female senior advocates in Nigeria, which is I really love that. But in the area of, let's say, politics, I don't think we've not found our value there yet, because the field is still the patriarchy, as they've hogged that field. It's as if it's just for
It's
them,
for them.
and all of that. So we are still dragging our feet as ladies. We haven't found our voice yet. We haven't found that platform, should I even say, or the strength to speak out in the area of politics. But in the area of academics and in the area of business, women have found their voices. We have CEOs, we have business owners, big business owners in Nigeria who are representing in different sector, agriculture, the legal field, a whole lot, economic field. Women are well represented in those areas. So for me, it depends on the areas where women are.
Okay, Edith. Chisom says women haven't found their strength or their voices in politics. What strength do you think Chisom is talking about? How do we find our strength?
Women has been silent in politics for a very long time.
Is it because we want to be silent,
No,
or
we
the
don't
men
want to be
silent
silent.
us?
The men has colonized the corridor of politics.
As I said, they've embraced
So they've
that field.
colonized the corridor of politics. So they don't allow the women to come in as it should be. The women want to come in. But you see the way that they push Natasha.
Okay, let me quickly
So-
add to this question. Is it out of fear from the men, or because they are scared? That's the same fear.
Yeah.
Is it that they are scared, or they are afraid that when these women come in fully knowing who women are, we're going to be taking up from them?
Women naturally can influence and dominate if they choose to. So some of these men are afraid that if we allow these women to come in, they may influence and dominate this part or this corridor, and we may not find our voice or find our feet anymore. So this may have, there is one thing that men has that women don't have. They have this uniformism. They can speak one language and they will go with it. We women, we backbite too much. You know, we tend to have women that lay back, or women that are also afraid to speak because of what the public will say, because of what people will say. Men don't think that way. Men, they will just make up their mind of what they want to do, and they go for it. They don't care whatever you think you want to say. You understand? So that's why you see women have not found their voice in the corridor of politics. And in the corridor of education, like Chisom said, they are excelling. They are doing beautifully well. In the corridor of business, you see MDs, you see CEOs, you see women in the decoration, events, interior, you see women doing perfectly well. In fashion, they are doing beautifully well. So it's just this corridor of politics that you see women are struggling, because the few women that are there, they are shutting them down. The women that are there, they are bullying them. So it's not encouraging other women to come on board. So women actually want to come on board, but because of what other women are experiencing, they may not be that bold. And it's not every woman that has this support from the home or the boldness to stand bullying, or to stand being shut down. When you shut down some people, down, they will just shrink. They will not be able to come up again. But when you shut some people down, they will tell you, bring it on, we are here. So that is what is...
She said, bring it on, we are here.
Bring it on, we are here.
So how do you think we can bring it on to ourselves?
Okay, first of all, Patricia, I saw something online where people, I think there's a lady that said, if you don't have money, you shouldn't be talking about feminism, you shouldn't be... You know, so I didn't like the fact that ladies would think that way. They think that you have to have money to have a voice. So when I mentioned the issue of strength for women to, you know, put themselves or be valuable in the area of politics, I'm talking about having a voice. Because what makes our strength to be depressed or is the issue of that bullying that she talked about. So when they bully someone, you've seen examples, they've made a woman an example. We've seen examples of women that will put in their all. They might start from so level in politics, local government level and all of that. But when it gets to the final stage, they lost. So the whole women are, you know, they will just give up. That silences their voice. There's no strength to let me go into politics and all of that. And also, money is not a determinant factor for a woman to exhibit her feminism in politics. So we should remove the idea of, okay, you must have money, you must be rich and all of that. You must have a voice, first of all. That is the most important thing in a woman. You should have a voice, an independent voice. You should be opinionated on your own. Good. So that is the main thing. That should be the first thing a lady should have if you want to go into politics, which 80% of Nigerian women don't
have.
Yeah. So that is the issue.
When you have the voice, you're opinionated, you also need the money to back it up. In politics, I think I have a little idea here. In politics, you need money. Because today, these people are with you, tomorrow they are not with you. You understand? Why are they not with you? If you find out very well, it's money. Money has a change hand behind the scene.
Yeah, money
but
is
there. It's supposed to be so.
It's not supposed to be so, but that's where we find ourselves.
But they will still not respect you.
Oh.
That is the thing. They will still not respect you because of you are a lady and then you have money in politics.
You've not seen where somebody is with you a day to the election. And on the day of the election, the person is not with you anymore. What do you think happened? Money has changed hands.
It could be money, but gender, it plays a very big role.
Yeah, gender plays a very big role.
That's why I said for anything to be different, if you look at the great women that we have had in politics, in European politics, Nigeria, they had a voice. A voice is your strength. It's what makes you different from every other lady who is rich.
Okay, Chisom, they had a voice.
Yeah.
That made them great. But what in a situation where you have a voice, like she said, women are backbiters, we don't speak in one voice.
Yeah.
You are having the voice. Let's assume here now on this table, you're having the voice, and then Princess and I are not speaking the same voice you are speaking. Do you think you could go far with that alone?
I would.
Alone?
Yes, I would, because you know why? The world is going, or should I say the world has gone digital, where I don't even need to come to you to make any kind of confrontation or make my voice heard. I could just be where I am and speak and go out there, make my intentions known to the public. Because whatever politics is for the people.
Do you know what they call? Do you know what they call grassroots power? Do you know what they call grassroots power?
Yeah.
You will just have audio followers, audio members.
I'm not
and
saying,
you don't
I'm
have
not saying
physical
money.
persons. No, we are talking of support.
Yeah.
You have audio support, online support. You don't have physical support. And when it comes to physical support, you need these people on ground. You need money to mobilize people.
I'm not
If
saying
you don't
money
have
should
the
not be
if you
there.
don't have the money with you, you should have somebody that is with you, that is either bankrolling you or supporting you to amplify that voice that you have. You need money to amplify that voice that you have. You need the voice, fine, first, but you need money to amplify that voice. If you don't have it, it's somebody with you or in your party
But you know
who
the
have
thing
that
is,
voice.
you know the
You
thing
have
is,
that money.
we're not supposed to be putting money as a
This is
determinant
where we find
factor.
ourselves.
No, you know why I'm saying this thing?
Okay.
Because with your voice will get you the money.
Okay.
Normally, a lady can speak, you say something, you have an ideology, you have an idea in politics, you say this thing, and you can be surprised. There are people who would come to you
That by the idea.
and say, I love what you said, and I
will
want to support you.
Good.
So, we as ladies, I'm
It
talking
still boils down
about,
to the-
Princess, I'm talking about the main reason why women have not found their feet yet
Okay.
is because nobody has been speaking out. We are all scared. It's not about, do you know how many women
Okay,
are
Chisom,
rich
I
in
want to
Nigeria?
come in there. We have some women speaking. We see them online. She
That
saw
was attack.
the Labour chairman in the airplane and tried to say, you are the one you are the one not making Labour to be unity. You are disorganizing Labour Party, you know. And then she was attacked.
Yeah.
And the man
Live,
came down
it was
from
live.
the plane
I
when they
watched.
landed in Lagos. She had thought that, okay, we had discussed this in the airplane and it was all over. The man went out to bring in thugs to come and beat her.
Yeah.
In a situation like that, do you think women would have seen that and still want to speak?
That is where the bully comes
That's
from.
exactly where the bully we're talking
That's
about.
what I said.
So
So
that's-
when they bullied her,
Yeah.
now, if she's not bold enough, she will shut up. They want to shut her up, shut
And
her down.
silence you.
And once
So
they
that's the
silence
thing.
her, they silence her followers. So if you are bold enough, how many of us are bold as she is? You see, even when she was being bullied, they beat her. She was still talking. I followed her online. You know, she was still talking, and she was still saying, "We die here. We go nowhere.
Yes.
Enough is enough. Our voice has. You just have to hear our voice." How many of us have such zeal, such tenacity, and such courage to forge ahead when you are being shut down? A lot of people, a lot of women, when you shout at them, they shrink. Like I said, they will go back to their shade. They
Exactly.
can never come up again. They will not be a layback. You know, we have few women that if you try to shut them down, like I said, they will tell you, okay, now that was
They won't fight you.
They will fight. Let's bring it on. Let's
They won't
trash
take
it out.
it.
They won't take it. You know, these few women now has been bullied several times. I just use Natasha as a case study. Look at what happened to her. You understand? See how they wanted to shut her down. See how they bully her up to when she was supposed to resume. They did not allow her to resume.
Okay, Chisom, what's your take on her case? Because for me, even when you want to speak up as a woman, you should speak up with some dignity. If you ask me. Respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. Of course.
Do you think it was right of her to have walked up to the man and said, you are the one bringing this unity in the Labour Party? Do you think it was right for her to have done that?
Okay, for me, the manner of approach in politics, it matters a lot.
Yes.
There ought to be some sense of respect and, the manner in which you try to deliver your message. There's how you can speak to somebody and it might be rude. I mean, the man might be doing something or not even in the mood to talk and all of that. And then I know we are really aggrieved in this country. Everybody is angry. And as an activist, seeing all of these things happen, you manage to see this politician at the airport, you're just going and then I just see the commissioner or the senator and all of that. And then you see people are cheering and let me take a picture and all of that. And as an activist, that would bring up some sort of anger in you. I mean, oh, come on, what's this? These are people
This spoiling
destroying the country and all of that. But then the manner of approach is what matters most. That is like the most important thing. Like you said, Patricia, the manner in which she did that, I think that's not right. So we should be able, especially as a lady, there are ways you can express your opinions with respect. There are ways you can talk to people with, total respect, calmness, and dignity.
Should
and
I
whoever
come?
you're talking
Chisom,
to would,
I have my cameraman who is displaying that there would have been a blow if it was him. Those are the men we're talking about. Carry on.
So you see what I'm saying? We didn't see when she was approaching the man. We didn't know the manner in which she approached the man. You understand? Okay, now, this is not the first time such a thing is happening in this country. I think all over the world, where they will see their leader somewhere and try to like confront them. Okay, you look, like if you ask me, I would say they asked him of causing disunity in Labour Party, and he actually exhibited that by calling his thug ahead to wait for him on arrival. They accused him of causing disunity, and when they arrived, like you said, she had forgotten there was an altercation between two of them, or you understand? And immediately they arrived, talk started attacking her. He actually demonstrated what he was accused of. As a leader of a political party, as a leader of the people, you are not supposed to do that. You don't respond to every question or to everything. You understand? You don't respond to every situation that confronts you. You were confronted individually in the car, in the plane. A woman, for that matter, all you could do is to call your talk to wait for her and beat her up. That is unacceptable.
of course.
I don't see it. There is no reason. There is no amount of reason that can justify that to me.
Of course, definitely,
definitely.
of course,
There's no
definitely. There's no reason. No matter how she had approached him, there was no reason for him to call his thugs ahead of arrival and make them beat her up. Really, and then the case, we have not heard about it anymore. That's the country that we live in. Anyways, we'll be coming to the end of this program by advising women who wants to join politics. 2027 is approaching, and then it's going to be another year for elections, another year for choosing our leaders. And we have some women that would love to be part of this. What's your advice for them?
My advice is, like I've said before, find your strength. You want to go into politics, find your strength. And how do you find your strength? Your voice. That is the most important thing, is your voice. And then you have to be able to speak up. If you're a kind of person, a lady who, you're shy, if anybody talks to you a certain way, you just cower in shame or in fear. There's nothing that would help you in situations like that. So I would encourage women who want to go into the area of politics to find their voices. Okay, there are a lot of people watching. You're not doing politics for yourself. It's for the people. It's a service for the people. So if you want to stand as a feminine symbol in the area of politics, you have to find your strength. You have to find your voice, and that automatically gives you value. Automatically, when you have a voice, when you have your strength together, it gives you value. So that is my advice for.
Okay, Chisom had advised that we find our strengths, we find our voice automatically. That gives us value, and value is very important in anything that you do. Princess, what's your advice on women that wants to join politics?
Get value, get your voice, get people to support you, be positive, be courageous, be bold. Don't allow anybody to talk you down. Don't shrink. Don't be discouraged. That is me.
Don't shrink, don't be discouraged. Find your voice, find your strength. Beautiful advices from my women. Anyway, we've come to the end of today's program on WIC here on ITV. I still have, my women going to be coming back to join us on more discussions, beautiful discussions around women. Anyway, Chisom, Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you so much, Patricia. I'm excited.
Princess, thank you. And I know that we'll do this together
You're
again.
welcome.
Of course, you're always here with me. We'll do it
You're
together again.
welcome.
I am Patricia Urenibedos. Thank you for joining me.
ITV, certainly the best.
Hello there, many thanks for joining me on the program Icons on ITV. Icons is a program designed specially to showcase personalities and individuals who are making giant strides in their chosen field of human endeavor. Whether it's politics, whether it's governance, in the civil society space, entertainment space, humanitarian work, whatever you've done, this is the right place for you to talk about it and showcase it. Incidentally, we're doing that just to ensure that our young people out there can learn from the success stories of our guests here on the program, and then they can have different perspective about life and make bigger, greater, and better impact. I'm Sonny Duke Okosun. In today's program, our guest is based in the UK, as son of the soil. We say Oyedo Pataki, but he's been away for over 20 years or about 20 years, and the circumstances of him leaving the country is quite an interesting story. But he's back home to share his experiences so we can change our attitude and our perspectives and the way we live, particularly our young people who are into a whole lot of vices just because they believe that that is the way to go. He's a UK and UN ambassador consultant in the fight against child exploitation, modern day slavery, human trafficking, drug abuse or substance abuse, and several others. It's been interviewed by several distinguished media platforms like the BBC. And today on Icons, we have with us, I like to call him Big Sosa Henkoma, but his original name is Isosa Ekoma. Big Sosa, thank you for joining us on the program. Thank you for coming.
How you doing?
Thank you for, I'm good. And you?
Yeah, I'm not bad, I'm not bad.
Fantastic,
Good morning.
fantastic. I'd like us to establish the conversation from how did you leave Nigeria, and when you got to the UK, what were the things that you were involved in and with, and how did that change your life? And then how did the metamorphosis come that has brought you this fortune of now becoming an ambassador for the UK, for the UN, and a public speaker speaking against child exploitation, modern day slavery, and all of that?
I would definitely say it started in Benin. But originally I was born in Nigeria, Benin, Edo State. And when my mum left when I was 2, for her trying to make her way to Europe, obviously through the, obviously now to know the Libya route and everything else. But after she left, my dad then obviously got in contact, wanted his son, and obviously my granddad at the time gave me to my father. My father got married to my stepmom, and I'll say after 2 years of obviously meeting my father for the first time, I'm being moved to the UK to be reunited with my father in the UK. And obviously that I traveled on obviously plane with my stepmom and me, went over to the UK, And even coming to the UK, I'll definitely say that, especially not growing up with that mum, because my mum left around the age of 2. So for me, not growing with that mum and having a stepmom, then obviously also having my father, I thought it was like a dream made in heaven. So coming to the UK was like, damn, wanted seeing the big buildings and everything else. I was looking forward to it. New life, new experiences, new opportunities and everything else. But shortly after being in the UK, my stepmom became physically and also mentally abusive. And that then led to me then being introduced to the local, I'll say care system, which is obviously social services. And being put into care, I was put into care around the age of 8. So I came into the UK at 7, then put into care around the age of 8. After being put into care around the age of 8, I would definitely say after that, it was now me having to learn how to survive by myself in the UK. But when I was put into a placement, a family placement, a new family, unfortunately for me, that one of their nephews in that family was actively involved in the gang culture. And him being involved in gang cultures, it was, I'll say, easy for me to be introduced into that life. And I was introduced to that life around the age of 11, where another gang was basically sitting down telling me that I owe them money and I owe them drugs and all of these type of things. If I don't get them their money and their drugs back, they're going to kill the family I was with at the time. So I went to obviously the people who my foster carer's nephew knew.
Okay.
But when I went to them, they gave me a revolver, which is a firearm.
That's a gun?
A gun.
So at 11, you had a gun given to you. What was it for?
It was given as a form of protection, as a way to basically...
That's what you were told?
Yeah. I was told that I needed to keep the gun on me at all time to be safe and to make sure I was protected. And then I was taught how to strip the firearm. And when I mean strip the firearm, it means take it apart to clean it, then put it back together. After doing that, I was also taught how to then obviously use a firearm. After being taught how to use a firearm, I was then introduced into the drug trade, which is now being taught how to turn cocaine into crack, how to weigh it up, how to distribute it. And after that, I would definitely say from the age of 11, 12, I was involved in the drug trade, involved in obviously the movement of firearms. Yeah.
Were you ever involved in armed robbery? I mean, while you were with this gang?
I was involved in everything.
Everything?
Everything you can probably think about.
So how did you survive all of this? Because I'm sure you must have had some very, gone through a very dangerous time at the threat of your life and all of that.
Yeah. I would say for me at that moment of time, honest truth, I would say 100% God. But another thing I would definitely say was that because I felt like I didn't have family, there wasn't anything I was living for. So for me personally, it was a fact of like, I'd rather die now than die later and just spend a long time living and just being miserable and depressed. So I was trying to slightly find a quick way to die. But obviously, you know, like God had a different plan, a better plan for me. So every single time, I just seemed not to be able to die. Even when I was stabbed in my ribs, I was resuscitated back to life. So that means I died, they brought me back to life. Then after that, being ironed in my stomach, being stabbed in my elbow, shot in my elbow, shot in my knee, stabbed on both shoulders, stabbed a couple inches away from my spine. Like literally, for me, every single time, it doesn't, like literally.
Where were your parents while all of this you were going through? I know you ran away, you left them, but so, was there a time they tried to reach out to you or you tried to reach out to them, perhaps when it became a bit more difficult for you to survive?
I would say at that time, I felt like my parents weren't going to save me. Like, that was the honest truth, because if my dad couldn't save me while I was with my stepmom, because obviously at that time for him, he wanted to be a good husband, and he chose his wife at that moment of time. But in him choosing his wife at that moment of time, left me in a country by myself. But also, his wife was now also a runaway criminal. So she was on a run. She couldn't come back into the country and everything else. So for him, he didn't really want to come back in the country to come see me and everything else, which was okay, but it just also meant that I didn't have no communication with my dad. My mum obviously was gone from the age of 2,
Yeah.
so I didn't have no communication with my mum. My family-wise, when I came into the UK, because my father wanted me to get into that UK culture and learn more about the UK culture, he tried to minimize as much time I spoke to my family in Nigeria. So I hardly spoke to my family in Nigeria. So by the time I was put into care, I had no contact with my family in Nigeria. I was basically left in that country, having to fend and understand things for myself. And I'll say even then, I started losing my culture, because obviously when I first came into the UK, I could understand Yoruba. I could understand Benin. I could even speak some of it.
Yeah.
But then to survive over there and to fit in over there,
Yeah.
I had to get rid of that. Even like you said about my name. My name is actually Isosa Ekoma. But then for me, to survive
Yeah,
over
that's
there,
Isosa Ekoma.
you see,
Can you say that?
Isosa
Ekoma.
Ekoma.
Okay. Okay, you got it.
Well, for me to survive over there, I had to take away the I
And
and just change it to Sosa.
Sosa.
And then obviously my dad already, my surname is Ekoma.
So you did just like what your dad did. I mean, he changed from Ekoma to Hekoma,
Yeah.
and you changed from Isosa to Sosa.
Yes.
Interesting. Interesting. Very, very interesting story that you have. I wanted to know, what tribe was your stepmom? Yeah.
Tribe-wise, I would definitely, she was Igbo.
She was Igbo.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Was she ever prosecuted for some of the hurtful things she did to you?
Yeah, she was prosecuted, but
And-
she went
and
on the run.
jailed?
No, she was prosecuted in an absent. So my father got out of the country before she could be charged.
Okay.
Before she could be sentenced.
She came back to Nigeria.
Like she ain't in
Holland?
Nigeria. She ain't in Holland either, but
Wow.
yeah, we know where she is. But she ain't,
Interesting.
she ain't in
Interesting. Interesting. All right. Let's talk about at what point did your transformation? What point did it come? You know.
I would say, obviously,
Yeah.
being involved with gangs and everything else, there was a lot of betrayal involved in gangs. At the end of the day, if you're going to be involved with criminals and everything else, there isn't anything called a good criminal. I'm going to say to you, there's always going to be some sort of betrayal or some certain things happening and everything else. And for me, I got betrayed a lot. And I would say at the age of 16, I started realizing that these people, because obviously most of the time I looked at these people as my new family. So I showed them nothing but love.
Love.
I protected them and done anything I would have done for my own family for them. But as 16 came, I started realizing these people were not my people. I tried to walk away at first at 16. But when I was 16, I just came out of prison and I was told that if I tried to walk away, 1, they will kill me. 2, I have enemies that will kill me. And 3, the police are not going to help me, because at the end of the day, at that moment of time, I'm known for having guns. So it was basically a thing where I felt like I had nowhere to go. But then at the age of 19, I was given an opportunity to walk away. And at 19, I was given a firearm to hold, which is a gun, to hold for a night, overnight. Obviously in the UK, firearms are illegal. So when I was 13, I got arrested for a firearm and I went to prison for it.
How many years did you spend in prison?
Altogether, I would say I've done nearly 7 years in prison. Altogether, from the age of 13 to the age of basically 22, 23. I'll probably say I've done a significant amount of time over there in prison.
Okay.
So I would definitely say that at that moment of time, when I was given that firearm at the age of 19, it was a thing where like I thought to myself that I can walk away, everything will be okay. Then at 4 o'clock in the morning, the next day, I'm being raided by armed police because they called the police and told them I had a firearm.
Wow.
So
You think that as a betrayal, a setup sort of?
100% it was a setup.
Okay.
But for me, it was a positive setup. Obviously, although I went through a lot of things because of that setup, it was the fact where I was identified as a survivor of modern slavery at the end of it. After finishing my sentence, I was facing deportation, being deported back to Nigeria. And it was a fact where I had to understand that I have normalized exploitation, that I thought that it was a right for kids to be soldiers, because at the end of the day, that's what I was.
Yeah.
So when after understanding that, I thought to myself, if I'm going to make a change, I have to become that change. And a lot of times I'll say the services and the support that I had around me, they supported that change. So for me, once I was given the opportunity by an organization to make that change, I took it with both hands and I started making the change slowly.
That's what brought you this far.
I'll say, yeah, that's what brought me so. Yeah, that's
Okay, now to talk about the transformation that eventually came, because today we talk about you. I mean, you've had the opportunity of interacting with big platforms, international media platforms. You've been on BBC and several other media platforms, talking about some of the things that you are doing. So, what exactly are you doing now? Haven't gotten over that life that you were living? And in the process of you living, were you not threatened? Was there no attacks like a revenge or something to get you back into the fold? So how were you able to overcome that?
For me, I've got daughters, I've got kids. My kids were threatened.
So that's interesting. Are you married now?
We have a different culture in the UK.
Well, you do have kids, yeah? How many kids do you have?
I've got 2 daughters.
Wow.
Like, literally, and for me, it was like my daughters were threatened. A lot of, I was threatened, but it was a fact of like, how can I explain it? If someone was labeled the devil at one point in life, really and truly, you wouldn't want to awaken that problem again. So most of the time, I'll say that I'm left alone, but it's a fact where I do have certain issues from certain people. And they're just finding a better way to deal with the situation rather than dealing with the situation the only way I knew how to before, which was violence. Yeah. Me, I'm always thinking of resources and using the support that I have around me to be able to address the situation. So I would say that obviously, although that I have made a change, I would say having such, I would say influential connections with certain organizations and everything else has helped me in becoming the person I am and also able to have that smooth transition.
Okay, so as part of your new way of life, let me put it that way, talk a bit more about your engagement helping young people to dissuade the minds of young people into violence, into criminality, into gangsterism and all of that, which of course you've been doing in the UK, helping the UK government, and also being an ambassador to the UN on all of these, especially on modern day slavery, child exploitation and gangsterism. Yeah.
Obviously, for me, I'll definitely say that I'll say for me, how I work with young people, especially, is through mentoring. So I mentor young people, so that's coaching them, spreading awareness, using my own lived experience. So using my experiences, I use it to relate to young people and basically show them where they could end up at or where they could go to. So in them understanding that, it basically sways them away from me, but also creating opportunities. That's one thing for me. I believe in opportunities. I believe if we keep our young people busy, then at the end of the day, they can't be swayed into any forced criminality. So me, I'm always encouraging and engaging young people in a lot of opportunities and activities, maybe trying to encourage them to be entrepreneurs, solicitors, lawyers. Because if you think about it, if we want to make a change, we need people like us being involved in government, in the sectors, to be able to make that change. And if there's not enough people like us in that sector to make that change, then we're not going to see no change. We're just complaining. Like every second, everyone can complain and sit down and say, we don't like the way of life. We don't like a certain situation. But the question we got to ask ourselves is, what are we doing about it? And for me, I didn't like a lot of things. I didn't like how the criminal justice system treated me. I didn't like how the social services treated me. So for me, it's a fact where I thought, you know what? I'd rather educate them on how to engage with young people and how to treat young people. So now I train them. I deliver training to police officers. I deliver training to social workers. I engage in policies, involved in researches. Like even for me, there's a paper that was released, I think in 2022, which is the need of consistency when working with young people. So that means the need of continuing work when working with young people. Rome wasn't built in
We
day.
can encourage, engage them consistently.
Yeah, because just at the end of the day, to build this room, it didn't take a day for the people to build this room. But guess what? It took brick by brick. And that's the same thing for any young person's life. It takes brick by brick. They need that consistent guidance to be able to push them in the right way. And they need the right type of leadership, the right type of role models. And that's where it is. For me, is that half of the things I do now is basically to prove to young people we can do it. In school, I was kicked out of school in year 9. So I don't know what that would be in Nigeria. But I was kicked out of school at a very young age. But now I'm at university studying criminology and sociology. For me, I was told that, I would die by the age of 25. I'm 27. I was told that I would spend the rest of my life in prison. From the last time I went to prison, I said to myself, I will never in my life enter prison again unless they pay me to train them. Like, these are the things that I'm able to change myself.
Okay.
And it's also able to own that change myself. And another thing for me is like, if now you want to show anyone there is another route and there's another way, you've got to get there first so they can see it themselves. Do you know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
So for me, that's one thing I've done, is make sure I got there first. I've done modeling. I've been in films. I've been in everything. I've spoken to, like you said, I've spoken to BBC. I've spoken to higher level literally publishers in the UK, even to the point where, as far as speaking at the United Nations and everything else, is to show every single young person that we can do it. That it doesn't matter what opportunities or what chances we started with, what cards we were given at the very start. It's all about what we do, how we finish the race. And that's the most important thing for me, is making sure we finish the race successfully.
Big Sosa, it's been a pleasure talking with you. I'm sure there are lots of things to learn from the conversation so far with our guests here. Please don't fail to leave a comment on any of our social media platforms where you'll be watching this video. We'd like to know what you think about this interaction. If you learned something, please share with us. We'll be glad to know. Thank you so much for coming on the program Icons on ITV. We wish you the very best.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. And that's it on this week's edition of the program Icons. I hope you had a great time with us. Be sure to join us next week, same time on this channel. I'm Sonny Jikokoson. Do have a beautiful week ahead. Bye for now.
This is Aqua Game, a popular game in Africa played by our ancestors to entertain themselves after each day of farming. It is also relevant in our coronation in Africa. It is a sport and indeed very interesting, as every seed had a role in the game. Playtime is 45 minutes per set. There is no age limit as long as you can spin aqua seed. Ayo or aqua game, known as the game of intellectual. This game requires a lot of mathematical skills. Aqua game is played with carved wooden box containing 12 holes.
ITV, certainly the best.
Behind every bunch of plantain on display is a chain of activities that determines its final price. From farming and harvesting to transportation and market sales, several factors come into play. On this edition of Market Survey, we trace the journey of plantain from the farm to the market, examining how each stage affects price and availability and how both traders and consumers are responding. The journey of plantain begins at the farm, where farmers invest time, labor, and resources to cultivate and maintain their crops. Rising cost of seedlings, labor, and farm maintenance have increased the cost of production, affecting how much farmers sell their produce for. Harvesting requires care and proper timing to avoid damage. Once harvested, the plantain must be transported quickly to prevent spoilage. However, poor road conditions and high fuel prices continue to pose challenges, increasing importation expenses. For many farmers and middlemen, transportation remains one of the most expensive stages in the supply chain. These costs are often transferred to traders, who in turn factor them into the final market price. At the market level, traders consider transportation costs, market levies, storage condition, and daily demand before fixing prices. Fluctuation in supply can also cause price to rise or fall, affecting buying supply. From the farm to the market, the price of plantain reflects the effort and cost invested at every stage of production. However, findings from our market survey show that plantain is currently more affordable, largely because it is now in its peak season. With increased harvest and improved supply from farms, traders say availability has risen, leading to a reduction in prices across the market. The seasonal abundance has eased some of the pressure on both the sellers and the buyers, encouraging more purchases. Consumers say the lower price have made plantain more accessible, allowing families to buy in larger quantity and include it more in their frequent meals. For traders, the season has brought faster turnover even though profit margins remain modest. As the season continues, plantain remains one of the more affordable food items in the market, highlighting how seasonal cycle play a key role in food pricing. Understanding these patterns help to explain why prices fluctuate and offer insight on how timing influences affordability.
Before market, it don't come down the price.
It's come down small, little. We are doing it small. We are telling God to help us because no money.
So how much did they say this one's weigh day tree?
We have 1,000. We have 2,000.
So how much be the least one that they said? The smallest one that they say how much?
We have 500. We have 1,000.
So when plantain, how much na they said that 500 naira one?
That 500 is 1,000.
So that means between now and last year, the difference in price, it did too much.
No, it's not too much. It's coming down.
Okay. So how much did they sell last year?
Last year, during dry December time, we used to sell 2,000 because there is time that plantain used to dry. So every time, everything there time. So when plantain come down, we sell cheap. When it's high, like scarce during dry season, we used to add money and sell. It's the way we buy, that's why we are selling. Yes.
So how na say they carry am for market now in bundle or be bunch?
We buy in dozen.
Okay. How much na say they carry am?
Like dry season, we used to buy dozen. That dozen is 12. We used to buy 30,000, 25,000. But during this season now, the season is now. We are used to buy 15, 20. Understand? The little small one that we used to say buy 15. That's why we are cutting 200, 500.
Okay. So 200 around day.
We have 200 around. It's too small.
Okay. So now, since we still dey the season, customers still dey complain say it's still too dear.
No, we are human beings. They can complain. Anything at all, they can complain. You know, say we human beings, you cannot pay them so that we take. But we are trying, sha. We are trying.
At the market still dey slow, abi people dey buy.
It's moving. It's fine.
Difference dey between ripe plantain and unripe plantain.
Yes.
So this one wey ripe like this, how much they sell am?
It's the same price, but it's the one that you are choosing. If you like ripe one, I will give you ripe one. If you need unripe, I will give you unripe.
So unripe not cheap as ripe one?
No, you know, say you have your own choice. You may come, you say you need ripe one, I will give you ripe one. Some people used to buy unripe. They say, madam, I need ripe one, so I have to bring it and cut it and give them.
Okay, so now both of them are the same price?
It's the same price.
So you know if you say because this one unripe, now it go cheap as the way ripe?
No. Even if this one is dearer than this one.
The ripe one?
Yes. Why? It's because of it's not ripe. Because this one is too ripe. Okay. That's why we used to tie this one.
So how you know the difference between the one where they use scabbard and the one where they not use scabbard?
How? When you see it, you will know it. Understand? The body cannot be the same with the main one. When you see the one that use scabbard, the body will change. You know, it's not the same color of plantain. Because I have been using it, I was seeing it. But this one is not, they're not using scabbard on it. Because now it's the season of plantain. Even when we go to the village and bought it, some may ripe on her head before they cut it. Like all these ones there. It's really that is selling it, we know. So I will tell you, I don't use scabbard though. Go and try it. Because when you use that one that they use carbad, we worry in stomach. It's not good. So we are not using it. Even though dry season, rainy season, we are not using it, and which is not good. That one is poison. The difference is clear now. You will see the one that use carbad, but now they're not using carbad because now it's time of plantain.
So now during time where we say not be time of plantain, now they use our
season. Some people used to use it, but we are not using it. We used to wrap it on in big paper like this. It will hot. That hotness will ripe it by force.
How plantain before market, the price is not come down?
It don't come down small.
So compared to how na take sell am before?
Before we dey buy this dozen 48,000, but now we dey buy am 30, 35.
Okay. So how much be this ones where you shade for here?
1,000. At times we dey sell to 1,500.
So how much be the least? Now they sell like 500.
We dey sell now. Depends as it take big, the size. Like this size, so now 1,000. But if it's small pass like we sell at 500.
So now the same amount. I say they said the one way ripe and the one way not ripe.
Now the same amount, 500 to 1,000. So we take the shade down.
So this plantain, now they said some people they use cardboard, say they make am ripe. So how person go take know the one way na cardboard they use?
The way go take know like cardboard, oh, e not go red like this, e go dey white. Then if you touch the skin like this, the skin go dey strong. Then if you feel, if you like say e ripe like this type, so when they here like this, so if you peel on the side go dey white. But the ones where you not use the cardboard for, if you cut it go dey normal red color. That is the difference, and you not go get taste cardboard. Oh, that be the difference. And if you ripe much, go dey melt. That be the difference. But the ones where they not use cardboard for, even though you leave am for 5 days, it go ripe small. They go inside, but cardboard you go just touch ordinary water. That is the difference.
So now the season of planting will dey so like.
Now the season be this.
So which time if you say this season go end, we say planting will come dey there?
As from April, when they don dey plant here, planting don dey go. Now be the season for planting.
So now if you there now, this one wey you shade 1,500, how much you take?
2,000.
So how much na take una come take carry the bunch? I say na bunch na dey carry am.
No, na dozen 12. If you don't deal like as from April, now this one will fit buy at 70,000, 75 for the dozen. Yes. Then the ones when the big, the first seller will sell at 80, 90 for dozen. But now we dey buy 35, 40 because plantain don't come at well.
Plantain, but for this side na plantain, na cooking for this side o. Everything if they carry come, they go to say e many, but e no dey cheap o. As e just many, but e no dey cheap. Na there it doesn't. Now we can buy it at 30,000. We go dey sell am 3,000, 2,500. Anyhow we see am, we go still sell am. Na the one when I cover be this one when I don wrap so. I still dey sell unripe together. I will use am dey do amala, plantain amala e dey. We wrap one now, we go see they can do elubo for emieki. Have yakinya. And so we dey do am.
So mama, this one we don overripe well so. Yes. So na different price they sell am for.
Different price. This one now we can sell it cheap. Okay. We can sell it. The one we for sell 1,000, we sell am 500 because make it not go spoil finish. Sell am English, we will so far we sell the money put for buckets. And so we dey take sell am.
So this one now we don ripe. Now wetin dey use am take? This one be say because e be like wetin don almost spoil.
This one now we dey use am, they mix am with eba. People when they not sabi chop garri like that to make eba, they go pound the brown plantain we don melt so. They go pound that journal, pound that for a moza. It go cost most like a pounded yam. And so we dey use am.
So now that one they use am.
They use am do meki when they eat so. Now this one that they take mix am with this elubo, mix am together. And so we dey use this one. Because you no go let person fry idodo now. It don't overripe for idodo. That is why we dey do one like that.
So mama, comes to the one we never ripe at all, the price now say they sell like dear pass the one we don't ripe.
Now this ripe one the dear pass or ripe. We do sell this one at 5 1,000, but or ripe now we can sell it 7 1,000 or 6.
Why this one called dear pass the one we never ripe?
You know, say this is the student they like and well. That is why we they sell a lot. Now make a student that they can't go school. Now make a.
So mama, that time where the plantain, how much now they carry? They say that they carry a bundle.
Now dozen we they buy now. That they buy if it does plantain they dear now. We they buy 30,000 for bunch, 35,000 for bunch for dozen and me. We go they sell one bunch 3,000 25. And so we they sell.
When they dear?
We they sell 3,000 25. But if you they dear 5,000 4. Now we they sell.
So like when you feel say plantain now go because they say that the season we day.
The season we day now.
So when you go come up for season?
Before I just say next month now. Next month plantain go cost because breeze go fall all the whole plantain for bush. We no go to see plantain again. Go come make jige. We know they see plantain that and that's how they dear.
Mama, they say some plantain they use carbide till they make them ripe.
We know they use carbide though. Like me now, they always see an army cover for you now. Because I go shop for inside. I know they put carbide, don't they put anything. Pepper rice, that leave when they take Thai rice. Now we they put for inside so that it go fine. As in one wrap, you will put and take cover. Now lay down one they use. Some people feel use it, but me know they use.
So how you tell know the one where they use carbide?
The one where they you put carbide, if you buy them, before a minute it go melt. And you go say no say na carbide. But if for market like this, you no go know. They go tell you say carbide not there. But because person no go know. But when you want fry and I don't melt, it go spoil. I make them. We know they know. Because some people really that they use carbide. Now I don't wrap. If you don't cover it today, they break it don't ripe. But this one at 3 days go cooperate. It go suffer ripe by itself. Carbide me not like her because I go shop for inside.
So this one will ripe now, If maybe I buy this one now will ripe, say I won't keep them for like a week, I will take keep them may not spoil.
Reach a week, it go spoil, yes. Now 3 days it go still. If you carry her now, you will go cut her, you put them for water. 3 days. If you pass 3 days, you no go good again. A week it go spoil.
So I must put them inside water. What is the water they do for her?
The water go make her they strong, you know they melt. If you drop pieces and I put them for water, as it be so now, it go be for 3 days. You know they shake. But if you pass 3 days, you go drink water, you no go good again.
So, transport first, they affect the price when they sell plantain.
So transport they affect now because if you go back for far place now from village, come reach here, transport go chop the money. That is why the plantain they cost like that. But if you will buy for here, it go cheap for us. Transport go come out. If you carry a car now, wait till you go back for village 30,000. We feel rich here now, you buy at 35,000 because transport is not there. If you get luck, you can buy it 30,000, the same amount.
What if you buy directly from the farmer, person where they farm the plantain? The difference there, say you buy them for market.
Yes, now people when they go farm, if you would join those people, they are all they cheap because they go sell and cheap. Because if the person don't buy for their hand, they need their anything. You go buy for their hand, you will call the seller. But if you buy for people when they get farm, it go cheap for you.
Findings from our market survey show that the price of plantain is shaped by activities along its journey from the farm to the market. Challenges at every stage, production, transportation and distribution, have a direct impact on what consumers eventually pay. While traders say they are struggling to balance rising costs with consumer affordability, consumers say the price of plantain has influenced how often and how much they buy. Many now opt for smaller quantities or adjust their meal plan to manage expenses. For farmers and traders, plantain remain a vital source of livelihood. For consumers, it remains a daily food choice. Understanding this journey helps us to explain the changes in market price. The process of plantain farming starts with the soil. Long before plantain appears on market store, farmers spend months preparing the land, planting suckers and tending the crops through rain and dry season. For land clearing and planting to regular maintenance and harvesting, each stage of farming process requires time, labor and money. This effort, though often unseen, plays a major role in determining the price of plantain by the time it reaches the market.
Apart from the prices of plantain, we also get to understand that even the spoiled plantain are also valuable as they are used for plantain pudding, which is also known as a miaki, and also amala. So overall, the price of plantain here in the market is quite affordable because currently we are in the season of plantain. You can get the least bunch of plantain for 500 naira. Yes, I know, right? So that is it on today's edition on Market Survey. I am Stephanie Notoriua. Thank you so much for staying tuned.
ITV, certainly the best.
The Esama of Benin Kingdom thanked the new Edion for visiting him and advised them to always abide by the rules and regulations of their new positions. the Esama urged them to indulge in what will continue to bring development and progress to the community.
When I say it's your job, I wait to us and I know what I've ever Papa. Caliban, where you know, no, we say, who paid you? Who paid you? Papa. Eko mwana sewa. Ewa ya lote nete dirwe asewa magoma. Awe buwe dine. Ejo muhi. Ejo na wele. Ejo na pulupe. Ejo na mluya kwa ewa hangiwada. Dewo yi.
ITV, certainly the best.
Omonyoba Nedu Ukwakolopolo, Ewai II, Oba of Benin, stepped out majestically with large crowd to perform the Sultan rites of his late mother, Queen Mother Ioba Omoni Ikoyeme, Ioba Ewai II, who departed this world 49 years ago. Isoton is a traditional rite of the procession in memory of the departed person's spirit in Benin Kingdom. It is usually heralded by public display of the departed person influence during their sojourn on human effigy, symbolizing the departed royal matriarch, was preceded by the Oba of Benin, who led the procession from his palace to the Immortan Shrine at King Square in Thereafter, the priest assigned to the Immortan Shrine offered Oba Ewai II items for Isoton on behalf of his family. However, chalk, known as Uri, represented a mixture from royal fans after ancestral spirits were invoked to bear witness and announce his arrival. On his way home, Oba Ewai paid tributes at various pilgrimage sites, including Queen Idia Tomb, the side Oba Market, where a cheerful crowd of traders abandoned their wares to catch a glimpse of the royal personage and join in the celebration.
ITV, certainly the best.
ITV, certainly the best.
Hello viewers, welcome to Viewpoints on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji, and today on Viewpoint we're going to be talking about the current electricity issues and situations that we as business owners, as individuals, are facing in Nigeria, as over 80% of households lack adequate access to grid, as Nigeria's electricity sector suffers from chronic liquidity trap and infrastructural decay, leading to frequent national grid collapses, with generation dropping below 4,200 megawatts, far short of the 4,000 megawatts required for its citizens and population. It is a Viewpoint on ITV, and we're going to be looking at some of the key issues affecting our electricity sector in Nigeria. I am Caroline Okonji.
In terms of security of it, we need light. And based on that, in some areas, it makes it difficult for us when we are on patrol at night. And we are even begging the state government to try and do something, at least by supplying street lights in some area that are dark in the night. In most cases in our community, there are places that is very dangerous, that without lights we cannot do anything of such. For so doing, we want, as a matter of urgency, the Edo State government to try and do the needful, so that the security will be okay for us, so that we can be able to work effectively.
The issue of NEPA issue that you came from is very rapid to us, in the sense that the NEPA look as if we are not a citizen of Nigeria, because since a month there's no light in us. We have been passing through. Which NEPA, anytime they came a minute or 30 minutes to, they will come and bring the light to us. That is, we are not expecting them to come and collect their bill. Indirectly, we are expecting bill from them to come and collect. Within that hour or 2 hours, you will see a number of people with a ladder. They will come. They will come. And after their collection, there's nothing like light again. They will block us up. I think before we have this light, they mandated us to buy a meter, which we bought individual. We pay through the NDC, we have our transformer here, not through NEPA. Before we got that this light, they mandated us to write an application of submitting it to the NEPA as a will to them. And we work for it. We should not claim ownership. And we fought for the transformer. And after that, again, they came that there is no oil in it. We pay up to 1 point something a day. Before. After all that, they came up again, said it was meter issue again, that every community, every houses have to have a meter, which we did. We have to. I have my own receipts. I have my paper meter in my residential house here. So after all that again, they came up with a past bill. We, before we make that transformer, got that transformer, we've been glad out for 10 years here. They came with a bill to us again that we need to pay a standing bill. We went to Tessame, their office there. After we left the one at the bypass, they were delivering us. Before they now refer us to the one at bypass. I don't want to mention name of the manager there. Got him there again. He said we have to go for all those things. We need to fulfill all those things which we did. After that, they now on the light for us. As they on the light, not up to the month, we were seeing blackout again. So at the end of it, we went again. They said it was according to them, that the electric wiring merge. That was because that they now cut us off again from EOY again, which we not pay. Pay that much again. The Chile community, which is a Kabetu, Igbo and Igbo. After that, they brought a light for a week again. After a week, they cut us off again. They said, EOY is owing. We now went to the office again and told them that if EOY is owing, does that mean it affects our community? We are blackout. So I told you this. So before we sort all those things out, we have already made up our mind. We can do away with our NEPA. When our father was living with a lamp and all these things, we were enjoying it. We cannot be paying for what we are not using. We cannot be paying for what we are not using. So if they feel they want to cut us off from this NEPA issue, they should cut everybody off totally, so that we will know that we are not with NEPA. Not that after 3 weeks, they will not bring a light under 22 hours or 3 hours. They will come and collect their money. It's unfair to the masses.
The electricity issues and challenges that BEDC in the state is devastating, in the sense that as a minister, I suffer a lot in terms of electricity. As an individual, not only me, the entire people of Edo State, and not only in Edo State, Nigeria as a whole, we are really facing electricity challenge in the country, in the sense that we are not getting constant light. Even though the tariff of electricity is high, people don't even get the light. I don't know how the government will enhance constant light for the Nigerian people, especially in Edo State here. We are seeing the government are not taking a proactive step towards this direction. But if the government will be able to ensure that people are paying for electricity and they are not getting electricity, government should take a drastic step in this direction by making sure if people have constant light, people will want to pay for it. But a situation where you don't see light, at the end of the month you see BEDC personnel coming to people's house to come to cut lights, is really a problem. My major concern is that let them provide us electricity and people will pay for it. But a situation whereby we don't have constant light, out of 24 hours, people cannot boast of 3 hours light in a day. It's a problem that we are really facing. People who are doing business cannot do business effectively. People who are doing business, they want to make sure their food stuff does not get spoiled. Nobody can preserve their food again. Even though they cook, you cannot preserve it. Even though electricity for our artisans to work, they cannot get electricity to empower their equipment in order to boost productivity for the entire society. It is really a problem. The state of electricity in our country, in our state, is very poor. very, very poor. We don't know how government is creating effectiveness on this aspect. We say Nigeria is generating electricity and the neighborings are getting electricity and the people that are in this country are not benefiting it. Nigerians, we are crying. As a person, I am crying. We don't say as an individual we don't want to pay for electricity. We are not saying that they should give us light for free, but let them make light available and let people pay for it.
They often tell us the national grid is collapsed. So ultimately it's to develop enough capacity, the whole process of generation, distribution and the rest of it. And then the enabling law, the happy thing recently is that they have said is deregulated. State governments and private investors can now enter the electricity market, generate and sell. So we do hope that will be a great deal of improvement, because without electricity, really, we are going to remain in the Stone Age. We cannot industrialize. Even domestically, we cannot have the comfort we should derive from electricity. We should consider all the options, whether the new sources like wind, solar in our country, so that we're able to generate enough for our consumption. The darkness is a cover for any kind of nefarious activity. Yeah, so if the place is not well lit or substantially lit up, people can ordinarily hide under the cover of darkness to perpetrate just anything, not just robbery, kidnapping and whatever you have. Yeah. Don't also forget that we now have private investors. The government doesn't have so much to do with electricity anymore, apart from regulation. So they also have to maximize their profit. So it may have been a mistake in the first instance, divesting from electricity at the level of government.
Let me talk about the state where I live, where I reside. The total blackout is nothing to write up about. We really suffer when it comes to light. Edo is suffering. I think our governor is trying to, we have to do more. Our Excellency, Senator Monday, our governor of Edo, Executive Governor, you have to do more when it comes to that light issue. We are suffering. There are some of us who can provide electricity for ourselves, solar and all that. Maybe a generator, this was the case, maybe, but not everybody. And so at this junction, I think it is expedient that our governor looks straight into this issue and solve this problem. What would I call it? I don't know the right English to use. The right English right now, we have serious problem when it comes to light. Businesses are going down. Those selling drinks, those who have koro, without generator, you can't do anything. And the J is on the high side. Those small jewelry, those are better past our neighbor used to buy then 30,000, 10,000. Now you can buy it. Then the other one is the Tiger and the LMX 1 point something for ordinary generator. So it doesn't make any sense at all. So begging on our executive governor, the governor that knows what to do, to please to look into us and save us from darkness. Then when it comes to these funny BDC people, we're raising a child that came from the US and the others. The first thing they learned in Nigeria is NEPA don't bring light. Children brought from abroad. The NEPA don't bring light. Can you imagine such? And so these funny people, 2 days, they'll bring the light on and off for 2 days. The next thing they'll come with their estimated billing. They start dragging people, wires and all that. It's high time. I think it's high time we stand our ground and let them know that we're not fools. We are Nigerians. We all own this nation. It belongs to nobody. It belongs to nobody and it's for everybody. We should stand our ground and fight for our rights. This year, but may they pack, may they go. NEPA still better pass. You can't go out at night when there is no light. The security issue. Is what the government is trying. I cannot chrome them in one day, but we individual too. Like the police used to say, see something, say something. But sometimes when you say something, they use it as a bait. And so we need to. Edo State government need to give us security as well. Nightlife in Benin is almost gone. But I also want to say kudos to our governor. For the first time, it was December free of bloodshed. It was wonderful. December, look, we have most of our people in Nigeria right now, those living in diaspora, those living abroad. Many of them came December and this January. And, they came and they're enjoying it. So I believe our excellent governor, our excellency can do more about that to give us more security like those travel. If you're traveling from Benin to Akure, Benin to Ifon, those roads are no-go area at night. You can't date. So I believe with all hands on deck and our governor and the police, our CP, let's hope and pray for our action governor to do something about insecurity.
ADDC, since they came in, I don't think they have done well by my own assessment. And darkness is synonymous with demonic things. And they have thrown their city into darkness, Benin City, Edo State as it were, is in darkness. And I think that the government should step into the matter to do something about the situation. Because the way I look at it is that, for me, I think it is deliberate. Because there are some areas that have light. They call it dedicated light. So why can't everybody have the same light? Because there are areas for 2 weeks no light, for 1 month no light. Some people have 3 hours a day. Some people have 1 hour. And if they bring light in this 20th century, people shout, hey! They'll be saying up NEPA instead of up BEDC, which is BEDC. So the thing is that government should step in and help us. People are dying, and most people are paying for darkness. They go there, they threaten people, they bring light when it is wanted for 3 days, 2 hours, 3 days, they come and collect money and they shut it down again. So I think the government should step in. If they are going to be thrown out, they should be thrown and bring people who can give us light, who are ready to pay. It was privatized. That was a good intention by government, but the people that did it, I'm sure they gave it to their cronies who does not know anything about the management of light, and that's why we are where we are. It has really hampered nightlife because you don't work in darkness. And then the only thing that is helping us now is this solar, and people put everywhere. And some persons that have money to buy diesel and buy fuel, it's not everybody that have that kind of money. So it has really disturbed or hampered nightlife, but government is trying to bring it back by putting street light and everything. So we commend them. We pray that God will give government more power, more strength, more wisdom to do what they have to do. And there's individuals are also trying by helping to lighten up everywhere. So we praise them. But for BEDC, I think they should go. Make better people.
The situation of electricity in Benin here now, I will give them at least 30%. They don't even up to 50% from my area. But I wish the government can improve, because if you see what they happen to us now, we all they use our hand to define electricity. Some of us they go generator for us, some of us we get solar, some of us we go generate big blister. All these people get like hotel. So I wish the government they really improve for electricity. All those generators will become condemned for our hand. You understand? So people not going to go for it. And money now they need to put, because that energy, that light will really need that. If light day for this, imagine if you come for here for Silok Road now, government already put light, but in the evening everywhere will be dark. So where there's light, everything, even the security aspect of itself, waiting anything for that light is too plenty. Maybe one particular. So we need light. If I come out for office now, if light no dey go buy generator. At least from office I dey buy at least, if I'm not mistaken, 5,000 every day for sure. Imagine times 1 month, na big money. And na money. From there I will come see look at this make come say we come dey go for solar. Make we use solar to stabilize them, because solar dey give us more, make savings from the fuel aspect of it. So if you get light, nothing like light, your light can carry AC, can carry everything for us. And to the noise, no go even give you that noise issue. So we prefer light more than any other thing.
The light is our problem. We are suffering for light. You can see our business without light, we cannot improve. We need light. The show of light is difficult to us. It's very, very, very low. I don't know if you're getting it, very low. We need light. The show of light in Edo State is very poor. Patronage is very low. You can see we import fuel at least every day 10,000, 15,000 a day. But you can stay 2 days, 3 days, no light. The show of business is very, very, very low. Very low. So we are begging government to improve on light aspect. Without light, you cannot sell bulb, you cannot sell fan. You understand? When you have light, you prepare to buy fan. Not everybody can provide solar for his house. Actually, we need light.
Electricity in Benin City or in Edo State has been with mixed feelings, because to some they will give the positive nod that they are faring well with the supply of electricity, but with some become so epileptic of recent. Me personally, I have discovered that we are not paying for what we get, or we don't get what we pay for. The reason being that the regulatory body that's supposed to task the BEDC are not doing enough to satisfy a customer by way of ensuring that you get what you pay for. For those who are using prepaid meter, there are reports that suggest that even the prepaid meter is even overbilling or overcharging consumers, as against what the government is telling us. Only recently we discovered that the BDC keep complaining that the generation company is not supplying them what they ought to get, which will in turn affect the consumer. And even at a point they also raise the issue of federal government owing them. But just recently the federal government has paid a huge sum of money to liquidate what they are owing this distribution company. But looking at the experience of consumer in terms of the electricity supply, it is so appalling. They will either give you excuse of faulty transformer, which they left for the consumer to contribute money to fix, whereas it is supposed to be the onus of BDC to fix the transformer so that they can in turn supply electricity to the consumer who pay for that service. It's like you are buying a recharge card. I am not sure that the recharge card you buy is what they give you. It varies from quarter to quarter. It varies from consumer to consumer. For example, for those who have been using the analog or the estimated billing, you will discover that whatever they bring, which is not subject to negotiation, by the time you now procure your own prepaid meter, they will bring everything inside the bill and begin to roll out deductions arbitrarily without consulting with the consumer. Even the estimated billing they brought was not even discussed by the consumer. So, and there is nobody that is there to advocate for the consumer or to leverage on the complaints. Nobody to complain to. So that makes it very, very heartbreaking. So for me, I believe the federal government and indeed the lawmaker, the National Assembly, should set up a body where consumer can run to and lay their complaints, so that there can be an equilibrium between the consumer and the BDC, for example.
To wrap it up on Viewpoint on ITV, we're going to be highlighting some of the key issues that was actually mentioned by our respondents, which some said it is as a result of poor maintenance, gas supply shortage, and poor metering, just to list but a few. And the government at all levels, they are expected to do the needful and do the right thing to ensure steady power supply for citizens in order to boost means of livelihood, especially for business owners in the country. It is Viewpoint on ITV. I am Caroline Okunji.
ITV, certainly the best.
hours to go for pay.
It's another Friday afternoon on independent television and radio in the city of Benin. The program is Hitches and Voices. If you've been following this program, this is a program where we bring disability into the forefront as part of our national conversation. This program, Hitches and Voices, comes to you courtesy Network for the Advancement of People with Visible Disability, NAPVID. NAPVID is a non-governmental organization that is based here in Benin City that is advocating for the rights of persons with disability. Our sign language interpreter for today is Constance Olayinka Davis. And today on the program, I have a very interesting guest. But before I introduce my guest, my name is Kingsley Okoje, your anchor as usual. Like I said, my guest for today is a very interesting guest one who has risen against all odds, one who described himself as a warrior. He has fought many battles, won the battles, and has won the war. He is a man who has a lot to say as far as the disability community is concerned when we talk about disability advocacy. So I don't waste your time. My guest is Uyi Efionayi. He is the Public Relations Officer, Nigeria Association of the Blind. Uyi is a tech enthusiast, and he's a man of many parts, like I said. Uyi, welcome to Hitches and Voices.
Thank you for having me on this program.
All right, welcome. I was delighted when I was told that you'll be a guest on our program today. Delighted for so many reasons. One, knowing that you are a man of many parts. First, you are a tech enthusiast. That's one area many people think, what is a blind guy doing in tech? What does he know about tech? How does he interact with technology? You also delved into the world of theater as you took theater as a course of study in the University of Benin. That's one course many visually impaired persons run away from. And you also describe yourself as a sickle cell warrior. Tell us more about yourself.
My name is Uyo Efionayi, as you rightly said. To summarize me, I'm that person that just keeps pushing. No matter what happens, I just keep pushing until my screen reader will tell me, this place we are going to, we can't get there. That's when I stop. Yeah. So you understand? So the goal is just to keep pushing, do not stop until you get what you want.
All right, like I said, you're a man of many parts. Yes. A man who have seen it from both worlds. You are visually impaired. Yes. And at the same time, you are, I don't know if using the word sickle cell survivor is accurate, but you have conquered both worlds. Tell us about this journey.
We don't say survivors because it's an ongoing journey as a sickle cell. So it's a warrior, it's a battle you keep fighting. Sickle cell dealt me a blow, and we are still wrestling. In 2007, that's when I had the crisis that I lost my sight. So it was like, what next? What's going to happen next? Because I remember when we went to the doctor was like, there's nothing we can do. My mom was crying. So what are we now going to do? What's the next step? The doctor was like, you go and teach him craft now. You go and be learning craft. My mom was like, my son, no, not craft.
That was the doctor making
the just making the recommendation. So
the best you can do is to learn craft.
Craft, yes. So when we got home, my granddad, that's what's his name again? Frank Ogbomo. He was a principal at Iviore before he retired. So he told me that my journey is not going to end here. That I should not worry. That there's a school he knows for visually impaired persons. I said, so there's a school. He said, yes, I should not worry. That he will take me there. So in December 2007, that was when we went to school for the visually impaired at Iviore. Then they were at Iviore. Now they are now at Uwa. At Upper Uwa. Is it Upper Uwa?
Yeah, Upper Uwa. Oh,
yeah, Upper Uwa. So we got there. I saw blind people and I was like, what is happening here? How is that? Because all I thought was, there's nothing more for me to achieve. My life is just over. But to God be the glory, it's been 19 years now, and I'm happy of where I am now. But if you told me as at 2007 that Uyosa, see the level you will go to, I would say it's a lie.
I mean, listening to you and see how confident you are and how relaxed you are, you know, is something to be excited about. Was there a point where you felt like, you know what, this is too much? I can't be battling sickle cell and at the same time confront the challenges that has to do with my visual impairment.
Yeah, that's life. There are good times and there are bad times. But what I use in fighting the bad times are the good times. When my success, I remember when I went for theater, got admission. Just went to I was doing departmental clearance and I was in the theater department. My HOD looked at me and said, go back to auditorium, tell them to take you to mass communication. Tell them to take, you can't do theater. And I was like, that is what I want to study. But my main reason for studying theater art was because of music, actually. But I didn't really get what I wanted. But the experience was very good, very good.
All right, let's go to that conversation now. You studying theater art. You know, a lot of people would think that theater is all about visuals. I mean, when you talk about theater art, you're talking about stage, you're talking about lighting, you're talking about all of those technicalities involved. But you've been through that. You've made us to realize that theater is much more than what we can visualize.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
First thing I will say is theater art is a stage where everybody comes to act. The stage has dimensions, definitely. So it's for you to know, okay, I'm going to take 4 steps to the left. So definitely your stage manager is going to block you, going to tell you you're going to move left 4 steps, right 4 steps. That's just blocking in the sense of acting. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It doesn't need visual, you must see for you to move that 4 step, or you must see for you to sit down. You understand?
So in other words, you can act in the stage play.
Yes, now, as far as I can memorize my lines,
yes.
I meet my director, he blocks me, tells me, okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you to move to 4 steps to the left, deliver this part of the line, move this way, deliver this part of the line, and I'm good to go.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I saw you made a post about people who wonder why visually impaired people go to the cinema. You know, you were trying to make a point that, you know, going to watch movies is much more than...
Yeah, it's much more. It's what the truth is. When you are watching a movie, most times you are not focusing on what the actor is doing, except the action scenes. You understand, when the car explodes and all those big aesthetic things on the screen. But most time you are listening to the conversation. What is happening? What is this person saying? Do you understand? That is actually the movie. But if you just go to a movie, everybody is just walking around. It's no longer a movie. Do you understand?
Yeah, I get the point.
So for me, as a visually impaired person, if I have, because there's this new tech, should I call it? Yeah, it's tech. It's called audio description. What it does is, I'm sitting. The app will tell me Uyosa is sitting in the middle, Auntie Constance is on his left, and Mr. Kingsley is on his right. Do you understand? It has given me a visual of what is happening on the screen. Well, I'm still listening to the conversation, but I already know that, okay, Uyosa is in the middle of Constance and Kingsley.
But we're talking about a cinema experience now.
Yeah, except, you know, we are still in third world. I don't usually go to cinemas. Why? Because there's no option for audio description.
You mean in advanced client, technologies are available?
To your seats, there's a should I say a plug? You can plug an earpiece to it and it will be giving you audio description.
Fantastic. That's what we talk about, inclusion.
Yeah, inclusion. So when there are just chairs arranged for people with visual impairment. So if they come to the cinema, they just take them to that seat. Then you plug your earpiece, the movie is going on. You are following the movie at the same time. Your audio description is telling you what is happening on the screen. You understand?
If I go to a cinema in Benin here now, people will wonder what I'm coming to.
So I don't usually go because the experience is not like I'm having half experience. I can go and still have a full experience because I just want to be in the presence of plenty people. You understand?
Yeah.
But if I want to get the full experience, there's a website I get audio described movies from. So I just go there. The new movie I want to see, if it's there, if it's not there, I wait.
Okay, so from what you're saying, as a visually impaired person, we can have a movie experience with audio description.
Yes, we can have a full movie experience with audio description. If I just finished seeing, what's the title of this movie? Predator, Badlands. It was a movie that made a lot of buzz online. So I just finished seeing it, and I enjoyed every bit of it, because when they are fighting, it tells me, oh, they are kicking, they are punching, you understand? So I'm not left behind of, okay, I'm just watching, hearing the normal sounds the movies make, back, I don't know what's happening. But the other description tries to tell me, okay, this person punched this person kicked this person, do you understand? So I'm not left behind in the experience, I'm carried along.
All right, so what's the fascinating thing about technology for you? I mean, what's that technology experience you've encountered that made you feel like, wow, technology has not made me, you know, feel like I'm outside the world, I'm part of what's happening?
I think the first experience I got when I had that experience is when I got my laptop.
A regular laptop?
A regular laptop, and I installed my screen reader and I started using it. And I'm like, I'm now in the 21st century, you understand?
Yes.
Because everything I want to do, I can do. If I want to tell my system to recognize a picture online, it will help me recognize it. To just tell me, okay, this is a group photo with 4 persons. This person is wearing blue. This person is wearing yellow. This person is wearing red. You understand? So that was when I had my first experience of like, wow, what is happening? What is going on?
Yeah.
Then to move it further is when I used AI.
AI just made AI took it to another level.
When
AI like you can see.
It was just like, what is happening? Like, I was walking one day, so there was one app. I've forgotten the name of the app now. Because I had to uninstall it. I didn't have space for the app. So I just activated it and I pointed my camera around me. And it gave me a dimension of where I was. You understand?
Yeah.
As in, okay, like I was working at Wasota, for example. Told me, okay, I have a shop on the left. There's a gutter beside me. You understand? The main road is on my right. So I was just like, wow, what is happening? You understand?
You know, and that's why if you go to the West, for instance, you see that the dependent level is very
low.
Because they can actually do a lot on their own.
Yeah.
So depending on sighted people is very limited over there.
And there are actually policies that guide what they do. Do you understand? So for example now, if they are creating tech, for example, they have to check the accessibility. It's a must. Your site has to be accessible to everybody. As far as
we'll go into tech design.
You understand?
And why tech design should be very inclusive.
Yes.
Because over there, while they are designing technology, they're also thinking inclusion.
Inclusion. And other companies, third-party companies, are also thinking, okay, what can I do to make this accessible? You understand?
Right. All right. We'll go on a quick break now. It's been an interesting conversation with Uyi Ifeonyi, just sharing his word, his experience with us. Well, we are not done. We'll come back. The conversation continues. Don't forget, it's Hitches and Voices coming to you live on independent television and radio. We're broadcasting simultaneously. We'll go on this quick break now, and when we'll come back, we'll continue the conversation with Uyi. All right, welcome back. The program is Hitches and Voices on independent television and radio, brought to you by NABVID. Uyi, we've been in your world, and it's been a fascinating world. You know, just discussing technology with you. I want to stay on that subject. How has technology impacted your life? I mean, you know, what difference has it made?
It has made a lot of difference because I'm not employable. Do you understand? So now that the system has gone digital and everybody now works on their laptop, I can catch up. I can meet up. Do you understand? I don't know. Yes, there are some drawbacks, but at a certain point, everything a sighted person can do on their laptop, I can do. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So now I'm employable. Unlike before, when okay, a visually impaired person will be asking for a job, they will not ask him, what can you do?
Yes.
You understand? What can you do?
Yes.
But now, when you ask me what I can do, and I start listing them, you are the one that is not going to beg me that I should don't worry.
Okay, don't do.
You understand? Because now I'm now on a level with my counterparts. You understand? So everybody works on Microsoft Word. We can use Microsoft Word.
So technology is like a bridge. It's like a leveler.
Yes, it's a leveler. It's a leveler, especially when we have our screen readers. Let me talk on screen readers for a little bit, please. Just permit me. Screen readers are text to speech. What they do is everything that is text on the system, they turn it to speech for us to hear. Do you understand?
Yeah, but still, let me stay on that subject. I would like to hear from you. What's the fascinating thing you've heard from people when you interact with your system, either with your laptop or with your phone?
Mostly surprise.
Tell me some of the ridiculous things you've heard.
It's mostly surprise. They'll be like, you're not blind. They see you, they pretend.
You know what's fascinating for me? Maybe I'm chatting with somebody on WhatsApp, and this person is asking me, how you did they chat me?
Especially most times, what I do when I'm chatting, I have an external Bluetooth keyboard, and I connect it to my phone. And me and the person we are chatting, I'm meeting him pace by pace.
Oh,
you understand? The guy that's confused, like, what is happening? He sends me a message, I send him back immediately. He sends me a message.
There are no delays.
There's no delay. The guy will not be asking, what's happening? How are you doing it? Just be like, I'm with my my external keyboard working. We are chatting. You understand? When I want to chat, I just bring out my external keyboard because no time.
Yeah, you made mention of the fact that, you know, with technology, you become very employable.
Yeah.
Let's look at the access to technology in this part of the world. We say these things as though technology or assistive technology for persons with disability, it doesn't come cheap.
Yeah, it doesn't come cheap.
Yeah, these are things that are subsidized for persons with disability in other clients. Yeah. So tell us about this technology and how expensive they are.
JAWS, for example, there is a robust app for everything you want to do. JAWS is just the big name on screen readers. If you want to buy JAWS now, you'll be looking at $1,000 plus dollars, not even naira. Do you understand? But there's a free one, Sha. It's called NVDA. But the problem with NVDA is that it's not as holistic as JAWS. You understand? So you now have to make do with the sub one. Do you understand? The NVDA, because that's what mostly all of us we are using. You understand? Because we can't afford JAWS. Because the naira to dollar rate now is, last time I checked, was 1,004. So let's just say maybe JAWS is $1,000. So 1,4 times 1,000, that's about 1 point something million. You understand? So these apps are very expensive.
I saw a Braille refresher.
Yeah, a Braille refresher.
Convert text to Braille.
To Braille, yeah.
It was going for as much as £4,000.
You see?
And if you convert £4,000 to naira.
You see, most of these apps are very expensive, but we have to make do with the ones that are cheap, and some of them are free. You understand? So beggars can't be choosers. You understand?
But you feel sad sometimes when you realize that institutions, universities that are supposed to set the pace and teach the mainstream society how to be inclusive still grapple with how to make resource materials in their campuses more accessible for persons with disability.
It's sad, yes, but that's where advocacy comes in. We need to keep talking, going to schools, tell them, this is what we need. Going to the whole of Benin now does not even have a Braille embosser. Do you understand? I don't know if they have one now, but last I checked, there's no Braille or embosser. What the Braille embosser does, it takes your textbooks and turns it to Braille. In the whole of Benin, we do not have one.
Did you ever use the library in school?
I was using these, when I was in school, there was this, what was it called though? There was a computer school inside Ugboa campus. What was the name? Something Kelly. Is it Kelly?
But you never accessed the main school library.
No, we were able to. No, not the main school library. No, it was this library because this library was was an e-library. Yes.
So the reason I asked that question is that when they build libraries in school, making e-library more accessible for persons with disability is a leveler.
Yes.
Because we cannot access physical books.
No, we can't access physical books. That's why I said this was the one I was able to access. But the problem I had, I was at Ekenwa campus. So I could not start transporting from Ekenwa to Ugbo campus because I want to use the library. So most times it is Google. So anything we want to read, any research we want to do, we just enter Google and start researching.
So looking at the younger persons with disability or visual impairment, what would you say they can do to help themselves take advantage of what technology provides?
I will advise them to keep researching because even as I'm here now, there are more new technology coming out that were not in my time. Do you understand? So they should just keep researching. Screen reader, at least, that's a big leveler. So they should just keep researching because every day there's a new technology coming out. So what they can do is keep to the trend. Yes, keep to the trend.
You also talked about you being able to move around for the first time without anybody aiding you.
That experience was very sweet. Before then, anywhere I'm going to, I just use boat. The economy situation now will not allow me use
to do that all the time. So you had to work.
So I had to work on it. So the first time I did that was I had a meeting at Idia College. So the person I just begged someone to help me come out at Idia College. Brought me out at Yaro. So I entered a bus coming to Ugbo.
On your own?
Yes, on my own. So when I got to Ugbo, I started pleading with people to help me cross.
All right. I wish we had more time to share this experience. But in any case, like we said, you wouldn't even have to do that if we had a GP, guide us and properly navigate our way for us. But this is a conversation for another day. Uyi, thanks for coming on Niches and Voices.
Thank you for having me.
We'll do this again next Friday. I'd like to thank our listeners on radio and those who have followed us on television. Thank you for taking our time to follow us on the program Hitches and Voices. My name is Kingsley Okoje saying spot the hitch and be a voice. Goodbye.
ITV, certainly the best.
ẹ̀dúnwà ọba àtọ́pẹ́. ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀dúnwà ọba àtọ́pẹ́ yìí.
ITV, certainly the best.
ITV, certainly the best.
Waya bota now. Ugi bota we say ni wa. Ere na ya fere bahabe uza no gbera. Magwa ka ehun. Mana terun wa dole wo na yi. Sorobo no gla owo. Ma ya fere na nirun. Na ma la o da o. Owo wa ri ma. Owe ewo idun ni ma ye. Ewo ni ma na nirun. Eni ma nirun ge no sorobo la no ge ase ni ma ya fere. Ọba àtọ́pẹ́ ṣe níwọ̀n ẹ̀dẹ̀ náà na màláwì máa gbà kan ìhẹ́ wọ́ ìhẹ́ bí ìhẹ́ akínẹ́wó wọ́ kínẹ́ òwá ni màá yé ìhẹ́ sábà náà gìhẹ́ mú màríà irú ni màá nànà yànnà ọgbọ́n ẹgbọ̀n yẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ hẹ́ náà dẹ̀ náà ọdún yẹn wọ́n wọ̀ tẹ́wẹ́ Victor Ebizugbe.
ẹ̀dẹ̀ náà wò wà ẹ̀dẹ̀ náà wò sẹ́mu àyà bí tó tà àti kẹ́pẹ́ tí wọ́n wà ní wọ́n gbé ọkùtò ní wọ́n dàn hẹ́ ẹ̀rìn màkà gbọ́n ahùn dáná tẹ́rẹ̀ mọ́.
Wẹ́rẹ́ àwọn ẹ̀rọ ìwé ya àríwé mi ìwé ya lòdẹ́ ọba àtọ́pẹ́ yìí. Iṣẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ dẹ̀ máa tẹ̀ ẹ́ pásítọ̀ ọ̀hún lámúrè.
Ìwé ẹ̀dùnọ́gùn mi wà bí ẹnìkẹ́ ká yìí fún ìbùsọ̀ ọba gọ̀ ẹ̀yà rọ̀ wà bí dà yọ̀ ọ̀sà ọba ẹ̀gì màmí òkú yẹn rè gbé o ọba àtọ́pẹ́ yìí. Iṣẹ́ ìyẹn mẹ ọ̀sà ọba sẹ́yìn jẹ́ inú yẹ o lórí ẹ̀dọ́gba yọ̀ọ́ká ọ̀rẹ́dọ̀ yàfẹ́ ẹ̀ náà bẹ̀ ọ̀ká ẹ̀gbọ́n ilẹ̀ yàfẹ́ mẹ̀rẹ́gì òtún wà yà sábàánú la ọ̀nà mọ́kù yẹn rìnrìn ẹ̀dọ́ yàfẹ́ ọba àtọ́pẹ́ ẹ̀tọ́ ẹ̀nìyàn ìhẹ́ ìrìnàkí ìmọ̀ ẹ̀ wọ́n ní ebòtẹ̀ kọ́s ẹ̀ ma ẹ̀ nà tiẹ̀ n'obi ọ̀ma ẹ̀ nà tiẹ̀ n'ẹ̀wọ̀ ẹ̀ nà gúvẹ́ ẹ̀ nà tamọ̀ yà tiẹ̀ yọ gbẹ̀lùwẹ̀ náà ẹ̀ wọ̀ wẹ̀rẹ̀ ni wọ́n náà yà tiẹ̀ yọ ìhẹ́ ni ọ̀rìà ni ìhẹ́ dọ̀lẹ̀ ní yíyí
Sukwa wewe keni na dole mi. Muda wa mu he yi mi. No ma ye yo boka o ha jo ma ri sai o ha jo wa mu o do le yi won ere
Kakabo.
Keni na dole mi ni ki. We ya ri e ni no nya mo na ri won ihe ni ogbo wa ni. Ni wa atewe Victor Bizugbe. Ihe oye no manora na tie ye wo nora.
Ihe na tie ye wo. Ugbe nwa ne ban na wi ihe agbada no mo nva no o ga gbe wo bo na o gbe wo bo no pa. So pa ihe no mo ye gbe vio. Ihe keke be bo o pa yan hin. Ti an ju fi kian. Ebi ga sonoma uti hen yo. Waru da egu ti hen ye mi. No ya pris no me ya vie me emi ni. O bo mo abe he ero emi no ogwe o kaka bo yo bodaye. Ihe o wa nwe na no bu. Ma me we e wo no ma hen. Emi na ye no de omo na dagme. Do won no roto temi na ati hen yo. Ogwa mana hen ona ye no uligi aro to tonu na ati hen yo. E wo na ayeke ihe awe muladia we e wona we na wo na ga hie na ga hi usi na ga temu ni giro to ason ya ro afan ya ro do wo bi amase ti awe amu yo ma be obo ati hen yo e ba ni hen na so agbo ma dole mi iyi so kwa àwọn ọmọ wẹ́ náà gíyẹn àrívíọ́ èmi ni wẹ́rù ní àbẹ́bí ìkùnúrú wẹ̀rẹ̀rẹ̀ owó rẹ̀ náà òsì ẹgbúrú wa àyàmú ihe rẹ̀ òkè kí òhọ́ ẹ̀ ma ihe ni ràrí ọlọ́gọ́ ọwọ́ àárọ̀ mi ò yí ní ayé tẹ̀mtẹ̀m ní àwúlò pọ̀pọ̀ hú ní ihe náà tiẹ̀ ní ehin àwẹ̀ ọlọ́run yàrá náà kò kíyàn ní ọ̀gbìn yàn ní.
Ise ma yibu wedi. Otewe pastor. Ihe mewe zebe omusa lobwa. Ewinu mu men we ya gwani ihe no na te Bible. Ihe no so ero gbesonia a record I view gunda dia we Bible wa o ye ve ba pe ya gbe ogbeso. Muda edigun ọpa wuwe e Bible yen o Bible no ote
domono wa talk e dono pe wo won tare magwa kana no da e ma no ye ke we oriaki na mie iriaki na mie bi ye ke o ho na tie repercussion no ye ologoma no le lo koria no da wa nyise afia gbele leria wa ho iyen le leria e ba no salo bana ka bu we bi no wa we iyen ye yoto aro ke bu we zokba eri afia gbe we roto afia gbe ke biye we zokba wa we miye umiye wa we mierun ebi afia gbe o be mi afia gbe bere ri mata ba be bi no wan o salo bo ayagbona ye onwe iye ilele ya fe no na te 10 commandment no ile ori gbe ni no ro iye ora okike thou shall not kill ugagi kill ne oni uriye abiye okike Emma, we not to make a ban on highway. Any not call arrow, I swear one, a coroe, a mayo bomber call arrow. Wakini it a bomber or denado sorry. A bomber one little or bonny, or even a when you type not Tolomagbe.
Not Irekbe.
Irekbe. Wafie ugbo una finri eso o mana kan ya tun mu won irepe oreba o be bome nyawe o bo na be tolo we be bo yen ni sunu da we o sika mu ene eriye mi iyeki o eze po ye ni gbe fi o we ken when we tolo ano no ya tolo no ya ewu egbe ya ne inwinare ne egbe ya tolo ma ne o wani ye ma eveil e ameve la ko wa ye ga so agripa so be na igepe ya ba e ya gon saman ya egbe ne eri emi yeki we ga we ne ni o se ti ga ri eniyan e mo okeke e ma nu da iye to so ma koto iye oyo ma mita iye ogbo ma di ne yimi iye osiologo ma yo ma egbe dopa emi opa no gire egbe yen e ma ni bunro emi we lagbera ni o ba ge mi yen no unda o sa pa je mi fe newe ewe ugawe urai uriene ewona ugawe uriene be no be aye we be no wa ege ne ke na gbotion ege ebe yen na bon me gbo a ona wo mo pa ma de yen unda era ro wa yero wa yen gi kia o sa lo wo dua no dege ne bro pa ma ri egbe la na ona tie ege eke ori gba odu wona we ha ona wo yen no sa oba tie we ona we bo ni akinu wo we mi ya ona wo tun wo no pe na tie ebe owo yan maka gba o ebe yan maka be ri e oboje o e dado okin ge eyan ne ogbugbo yin ebe eyan no ge oso won na we ya boy ka be lodo pa ona we wa we owo yan ma me ni e we ona wo ma iye we ni e ka ma na we iye enu baba iye de nu aduza ona we esagion tun enu to mi ovie buye ga de ne ona we gin ta ma wona we ebe bo akiyan ona we nda ebe akporu edi lo wa ona we yen ro we dagbon ne no ri mi o kan afiru gbegbo e kan owa uwe la ma wa ma be la wo wa u sa me no ma won ma be nwa me no ko bo were ona ti ran de ne aba we gbe mi ade ke ti afie de ne na unda ori yen ne o sa no go do ati ne wa gbon ma u ya ri azigo u gbe emu fua u gbe emu fi eze o we ga o ga ma mi no dere we iye ni de o ga logo ma ni emi ese ezo oba atope
ise anyway wadan matana wani gbama wadan matana wano gbera gbiye wadan matana u vara ko o yue akara ni yue abio u gbo wani awe no gbo wa we wa u ya ari azen igo u make na fi u make na bowa u make na hin moto ihe ni ọwa na onye aminu wee ya rie o be tinye we ihe ma won ebedo awe bo ya ro awe bo ni na ya meti ya bege na yo amu wa we aya tie bo na yo we no fi aye okwa he isago eya bo ya fe ni redo ima awe bo ni no mi ke na no yo amu wa no so kwa no wo ko we nu ma na ya we bo una tie keka tie ni oso wa ni gbe iye ni oso wa ni oso gbe iye omo wiria iye owa egene de ben mawe una gbu ho gede mu yoto o ze ka yebe umunya ekeni ni weze yo ni iye no owa we na se wona mo wede ni iye ni gbe okike po ke wu so pa na ye na ihe ile loweke oweke aru ihe no o even weta una tie no wa na wo ko dawe ihe ni o le le se kinu riase ihe ni wa ima ho na mi gbeso we e ma ni gba ori ma ni age tie ni ma wa mi na ye na ni ya zere we ne oba ma ye ni awe ejo we awe awo kayele tai yin afi he so pa kare le so iyan tie kwaro awo wori eni efe yon eni efe bu veni enu aru odo fie wori e ye la to ma gwebo tele yi awe no bion we wo pa ihin to ori ge fi epo benu we be kion ma se awe no ma ko se de ye gwa o ma da owo ba o ma da owo we o la to ma be wa vi osisi ai agun akon ai mi ai ko kuli akwa webo so po we wo ni owo bo he aye ekere ni ga vi ese ebobo wede ebode na aduwa edolo pe o mu da we emi ni he oyin mata na we e ma no ma ri he o te bisugbe ihe
mami na wa gwa na ihe na wa ha na asubo ye gbe ihe oyere no ha mo ma gbe ye fi igbera wu nebute excesses oda we yi nu we hu da e ma so wa re wo e o wi atuba gbebo mu eyeliwe ni ra ri to yan atubero wa mu ogbe ori wa o ga kian so pon beni amana ra we yan amana du o yi hu da we eti guwe ara mewe yan ma we ropo na gbin aberi o gbe na ba ya ogi asin de mi he ya sin ka ni gbin yan ya ti hen mara gele we na ni mari o ya yi na o ya ti hen yo mami ihe ona be mu eyo we negi o ma iwe eri gbera ekenu pe ise o to na we 50 by 100 we go pa wa o ma be ero wa u ya mu 100 by 100 or 150 u ya mu no nya nu we fi obo yi ni e se ti go esin hu di go ego e ebi no kan ya ki eke ori ori he o ti he no ori oni no kan abe ho no gwa lo an o abe mi ku ni e kan si eyo wa we ga ti e ogwa le mi ami e wo won gbege awe no de o e po yo kokko yin kuluku gbodo akun egbemu okun egbemu nu we ihe ni oroyo egbene o ga fe pe yen do ken o kan du adowe ya ere o ma na te o de pe awe ye ti ladan wo wa hu da be mi ku no ru ihe oyo egbene o ma ko ma no we mi no ma aire okeka we be no aye awe me ne ga ya bo won adowe na yimia ara yimia abe se ti be ki he gbori egbe ba edo yimia yo ne bowe no le be no wa we u ya confess we make a confessional statement ya mi eko masalobua osalobua yabo we eri o be ye o ma no we ni ihe na oyo wa ni la egbe ne ona do mi eko ona ki egweri egbe bo awe se ha o we fo egbere hu do ni o ke ni ma yo bo wo we ya le ni he ma ke ni ma de ye gbegbe hu da e na ye gbevio igbano e le gbewi o ma ko wa no ga we sarieti ni o ma wu ya ri awo o wu ya dole wo yi etinari enu we ni we na ya dole wo yi ihe wa esike edugboru we ye ara owo mo na wa be mi ku una fi aito una ari ya webo e we ri ropa so pon o ma ni na fi gbogbo yi do ne ra o na samo go ba meze awe ho kekan we ri on gbe iguma o gbe kekan ihe kan no gbe oba atokpe
ihe magwaka ni wa we no da yi mana we fi oboyo gbido uri ni eso ne owu e uri ege owu we mu la wa uduro mu ra no wa no nya na asora o ya ri amani wa we ebode uda ihe ofian utome ona te so mi piye a gboso won wo owo kigbesi ya gboso no imanibu yan wa pa ma ka wo yan gbele yan o but ni bu wo yan fi obo yido o yan we no ma keke eduna iye ewino emi he e na mi we ni wa egenede ka sunu yo via sunu yo kwa eba sunu ye bonibu ti ya muwe na miewe omo ma ro ho wa gele ya ti ani yemi omo no we mi ni iye na fe wo waro wo ma ne do ma ri oko aya bi yen oni emani me a wera me ya o bi yen gbeso owo ko na owo fi owo yo ha owo ma fi owo yo ha we do bi yen eso we yen gele fi owo yo ha abidu we bẹ̀rẹ̀ mi wẹ̀ èmi ni ma ọmọ wa fúnda ọ̀rìn nùbẹ̀kì ládìá ilé náà wà ànúnyàkó wẹ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ wà àhó ni ọ̀rọ̀ wà ìyẹn náà ni wọ́n ẹ̀ ẹ̀mí ọ̀rẹ́ ọ̀sẹ̀ ẹ̀ we to bu no wo ko afian no fi we oro no fi oto me na gi aba me dagbo ya ihe e ma e na sikegbe e bi na sikegbe so pa wo bo we ni kata si ihe odo le ni yi e je ni ria e je bo ria we e o no we na ge mi no wa dun ai we so we ge na de de koko wo wa ru emi no ria oke polo oteka uwa aziba uwa de koko ude ko oteka awa no iye so we ro aweru e ba fa o me no sie ne dade wo radio na ma me e mama ni o me no sie na na me we iya iru ilele na te lo uhi awa ihe lohi. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Okay, Bible, the tell the why. Ihe no, udadu hi ne dado ele lewo, ke na le court, ke na le wowa, ke na le awerima, ke na ege baba o. Emi una ema. Una we wani ugbe na agbeyo oro. So pon ihe ugu emi ame ihe inuma. Osabo no mi mafa. No mi emo ni mabe afa wo te awa ke otan e pastor.
Domo onana e bone no iwe do wa mi na ya na na de sino kan me iye mi no wo hama e wikin mi ra no ma e gbo o zebo ma na gbo bi e do pataki no wikin no ye mi no me mo awe ko won we eni kemi na agbona na me ero wa we mi esi ero wa we da ero emi na esoro na tie o sanowo do ajagmo ona je yunwe erun ohun afian gbe ona be je yunwe iyen nuwe kenu yime ko yime nugu yin okeke ole lo mani uga yin se afian gbe buwede wa be nyonge dan una te iyen ni obi bo mande o salo bo atai ebi no wa wi je yoto aro kebu owe zokpa yemeji yoto afian gbe kebi yen we zokpa nunda emi no ma ko oro iye soro na tie no ma wawe esoro na ya bo agbon to agbon oro ugawe uyegbe vio eso yiye ya boebo beneri mata eba aimogo wegbo aiwogo beze aiwogo gaba bi yeso iye no eme soro na mego akwon mi awona ya gwa luto ara iwe na weto we mi ye ugbeso ko fi owe yiwa awe owe mi ye ibi ehun mi a odo ehun mi nda oleba ene odo bo yawe mi agwa na ni iye olawa ni ado awon mi wewewe ama iwe ri omo wa de fe dokma emi wa sunu emi yon lawa ata ejo to ni aya rile owani aya rile eboni aya rile unwotagbon leno saloba rile unwotagbon na orile sonya unwiye ugawu bene ni mata bible no wa be oya yebota thou shall not ugawu iye le lo mani wa be we ni esi afian gbe le lo e be soro na o saloba wa afian gbe mu de ni esi ni ewu yen ga mi ni ko no ro emi o ko emi yekin e ma afian gbe be kin da do bonu ri fien mi ge orewe iye na ya hwe iye nu we zese yi aya ebu edowe iwe re gbeta iye nu zese yi iye nu we ya hwe kwa aya ebu edowe oyo mana oyo we na re o ma no re gbedia oji no re gbedia awe na ede kotuwe we re se ba ave bu edebe yo we edowe na ave mu ezo na be gui ori mari e ma we ta fa for ye yeri gbedia ni ologo ma ni ye lele kian ede na iwa wewe aze yoyoyo ejoji highway ofo kwaya gbewa ede de agi mi won se na la ona zobo bi miye nunda okeke oho e ma
wesi eni wa na zobo bi kokoro ko ma edoro pewo wa mi eni ni buro ni he si yebo ologo wa ni he si yebo obo sense o ki ma zobo wo na mi we ihe osaba no ejemu eworia awa no rebo uyinaji ya se gbabe abe politician ni se boyo oteso gebo iya ori we ni he se eminu we inu awuna wọ́n lè lò jẹ́ nu na tala wọ́n mú rẹ̀ iye kẹ́rẹ̀ àáyá rẹ̀ ìmáwẹ́nu wa rẹ̀ máa ò sábàrójú wáyá mà ṣùgbọ́n àìrò ẹ̀ lò jẹ́ máa tà ọ́ lìgì lọ́rọ́ náà ẹ̀mí yẹn ọ̀rún sinmi náà náà ní ìmọ̀nà ìwàlẹ̀ gbogbo ìlè mà náà ń wà mí ẹni àmì òde nọ́tù ọ̀dọ́ àwọn àárí owó ebe àwọn àfihàn àfihàn èmọ̀nìrẹ́ owó ebe níbi díẹ̀ ní èmi ìrìnà kí àwọn àfihàn àlàwọ̀ wa àyíjẹ̀dẹ̀ ní èso wọ́ àwọn àmúgbò rákìlẹ̀ ihe wẹ̀ẹ́ nì wẹ̀tọ̀gbọ̀ ọ̀nà wọ́ nì ibi wẹ̀rù ní sọ ihe ewé wàárù nì náà rí o sí làdẹ wẹ námú wẹ ìwò náà àyọ ìrìnà wà ní mara mi lọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀ wà rẹ̀ ẹ̀ ihe nìkí ẹni yàkí ní wọn ẹ̀bùn náà wà láwòwò abẹ́ òtẹ́sẹ̀ rẹ̀ wàárù sọ ẹ̀ náà ikọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ náà wà ní yẹn mwe nu waru no man na ne nu
when I saw John Ebo yo go John Fio boye oven okeke are mu na be ya mu na wa so a ori
ni anyway aka ya wese
dono pebu na la wona ye me na we mi we na teme ma no ma mi ori o ebuku na la wo re iyen ma be gbe o se mi ame osowu oso ipapa osi Ọlọ́run wa yo wa na la na yo bi ma si emi ni bi ibi o adori oja ebo keke ọba atọpẹ
ise ọtẹmẹ
ihe ẹ̀yìn náà máa yẹ gbẹ́dẹ̀dẹ̀ gbé ọwẹ́ olùnáyà tì hẹ́n ìrẹ́yẹ olùnáyà tì mí àrẹ ẹ̀tẹ́ olùnáyà tì yàrá ìwà yẹ húdọ̀ ní ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà yìí òpá ẹ̀yìn okú wàgì máa lẹ̀ ní hẹ́n húdà wẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbọ̀n rẹ̀ bọ̀ kí ẹ̀ lè gbé wí ọ̀wọ́n náà lè gbé mi nínú ọ̀rẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ akọ̀ kìyèkìyè ọ̀sẹ̀ tí àárín ènìyàn bẹ̀dẹ̀ náà àpẹ̀ àfi ìwèrè náà lọ́ọ̀rẹ́ pa egua de ma gbe igetoku itwe wahani be na me ho na itwe awe ebonire ekabeto itwe ma ni igosa o to pe
me anyone me twe agbonya fe keniri ye kovia keniri yo kori on wo de ke ya fe o saro ba wo no mu here no dade bo ya fe oba to pe
ITV, certainly the best.
The new Edion expressed excitement as they danced and rejoiced before the Esama of Benin, Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawori Benedion, who also joined in the dance. As visiting and paying of homage to various homes of senior elders continued, the initiates spent 7 days performing diverse kinds of rites as required by tradition. They were furnished with rules and regulations regarding their new office as Edion.
That I grew up in this community to the point that they have now also chosen me as an elder in this community.
It's a thing of great joy. All thanks to the Esama of Benin, my people, my family, everybody, all Okada community for this great honor. I am very, very grateful.
Well, this is my brother. I'll call him my uncle because he grew up with my father. I'm so proud of him because we are doing the same rituals as the Indians of the Okada. It is our duty for us to make this place a greater place, for outsiders to come and see the goodness of God in Okada. And I'm proud of every one of us here. So shall it be to each and every one of us in Jesus' name.
Ọjọ́ ni màá Okada zima Esama zima dion Ebuna zima dion Ọbala zima dion Malawe màá rí ọrẹ Sama dion náà ni màá tó pọ́n mi Sama ni màá tó gbé kẹ́ni Sama ẹ màá di òwà rẹ náà Esama màá gbé kẹ́ni ẹ̀ ọ̀sàbọ̀ ọ̀bùyọ̀bí tó ọ̀nà yàrá n'ọ́gì ẹ̀tọ́ ni màá gà n'ọ́dí àmì màá gà rẹ̀ màá ní tó gbé kẹ́ni ẹ̀dẹ̀lẹ́ náà ẹ̀ máa yáfẹ́ ẹ̀ máa tọ̀ o ẹ̀ máa pè agbọ̀n o ọ̀rọ̀ pa ewu dòrì ẹ̀ máa di awọ rẹ̀ náà ọ̀rẹ́ tí agbọ̀n yá náà ẹ̀ mi màá gà rẹ̀ ẹ̀ ní Jésù Kristi náà mi wà fà.
In Esama, in our father's house, in respect of our initiation to elders Idion level, as tradition demands, we are here today to come and also pay our homage to him, for him to also pray for us for long life and prosperity.
The climax after 7 days was paying of homage again to the Odion way, where he gave the initiate the full rights to function and to henceforth participate in meetings with Odion. It will go down in the history and minds of Okada community, Ovia people, Edo State, and Nigeria in general. The ambience, style, and the colorful ceremony associated with the 2025 initiation into the Edion Council of former Governor of Edo State, Chief Lucky Nosaka Igbenedion, his brothers Bright Ayamakwe Igbenedion, Honorable Charles Osenwige Igbenedion, Peter Osawari Igbenedion, Dr. Fred Osawuni Igbenedion, Barrister Mike Osane Igbenedion, Executive Director Operations, ITV and Radio, Chief Elder Gwede Onwunse, Honorable Efosa Douglas Igbenedion, Ukponwa Igbenedion, Osawe Igbenedion, Edosa Igbenedion, Dr. Daniel Omorige Igbenedion, as well as Agbong Steve Igbenedion, among other sons of Okada.
ITV, certainly the best.
Hello and welcome to WIC Women in Conversation on ITV. My name is Patricia Uremu Gabriels, and this is a place where women sit together to discuss those affairs that are affecting women. We talk about everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. But today we're going to be talking on polygamy. I am not doing this alone, but I'm not going to let the cat out of the basket. Let's talk about polygamy before I call my co-anchors. Yes, we're going to be talking about polygamy. The topic for today is polygamy. So some people say polygamy is unhealthy. They say no matter how much money you throw at polygamy, you can't find true peace. While some people say polygamy helps maintain marital discipline. And for Ned Nwoko, he says, I feel sorry for men that have only one wife because they stand on one leg. I am going to be doing this today with Chisom Agbafu. Chisom Agbafu is a barrister and a legal practitioner.
Yeah, hi, Patricia. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you for coming. Did I invite you? You are a house member. I didn't invite you. You are a member of WIC. So,
oh, yeah, that's true.
Yes, you walk in here yourself.
That's true.
And then, of course, I have on my left, Princess Edith Madejemo. Princess Edith Madejemo is CEO, Friedrich Gold Global Limited. Edith, you're welcome.
Thank you so much. Good day and welcome to WIC.
I'm just saying welcome because probably I'm the one starting today's program. But these two people here are in-house women. Hold them responsible when you see them outside. They are members of WIC. So let's go proper to today's program. The topic today is polygamy. Chisom, let me start with you. What is polygamy?
Polygamy, I think we all know what that is. You know, when a man has more than one wife, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, multiple wives together. So I think that is what polygamy entails. And so polygamy for me, it all depends on purpose. You know, a lot of people go into polygamy for different reasons. And so if your purpose is not reasonable enough to why you're going into polygamy, then for me, it is just total premium foolishness. I mean, that's how I see it. You know, so if your purpose is just to, you know, satisfy lust or just to do what others are doing based on you need it for pride, because of your pride, you're a chief and you just need 2 or more wives to be there, then the purpose is not enough, unlike what we have as at then, where the purpose is for legacy, you know, for keeping your legacy alive, for making sure that you have 2 or 3 people you can bring together to increase support, you know, something like that, to create a family, a longer generation of family.
For
and all
farming.
of that. Yes. So that it depends on the purpose. So polygamy for me, it's purpose. They work in tandem. If there's no purpose, then it is premium foolishness for me.
Wow. Premium foolishness. Let me laugh to that. Wow. I'm sorry, viewers. I just needed to laugh. But anyways, Edith, Senator Ned Nwoko says he feels so sorry for men that have only one wife because it means they are standing on one leg. But if you have more than one wife, if you have 2, you have 3, you're standing with two legs, standing with 3 legs or 4 legs. What is your take about that?
Well, that is his personal opinion and his definition of polygamy. He may have his reason for saying that. He did not just start polygamy today. He started way long ago. And I believe he has a cogent reason for going to polygamy. Because for you to have 1 wife, 2, 3, up to number 6 or number 4. So I think he's enjoying it. So he has seen the positive side and the negative side of a polygamist. You know, but if you ask me, I would say polygamy is an intentional thing. Yes, because when you want to go into polygamy because you want to go into it, not because you see others doing it. You understand? When you want to go into polygamy, don't justify it. Be responsible for it. Take responsibility for your action, whether good or bad. Just like he's facing right now. He's facing the music. So that is it. So when you are going into polygamy with your full chest. Take responsibility of it. Don't justify it for any reason. Don't say I go into polygamy because I see ABC go into it or I see somebody else doing it. Go into it because you choose to do it and you take responsibility for your action.
Wow, take responsibility for your actions when you want to go into polygamy. That's what Edith has just said. But then again, some people say, just like I read out before we started the program, some people said polygamy helps maintain marital discipline. Is this true or not?
Polygamy helps maintain marital discipline. It is not true. I mean, look at, polygamy depends on structure, There has to be a structure in place. If not, there's bound to be consistent conflicts. You have 4 wives. You don't have a management structure. You just marry them because you feel, oh, I'm a man and I can handle it. There's bound to be conflict. So the area of discipline goes out of the picture when there is no structure in a polygamous home. So that's why I said, if we are talking about polygamy now, let's compare it as at then and now, when our ancestors were doing it. They had a structure in place, though they were not rich. So I won't say polygamy now is based on, if you have money, because the conflict, if you can't manage it, then there's bound to be issues. So as at then, they had a structure in place. They knew the purpose to which they did that is because these are my children. I have multiple wives. They give birth to multiple children and all of that. The first wife is her turn to go to the farm. They had a lot of structure then and respect. But as at now, there is no structure anymore. People just do these things because of maybe religion say I should do it. Maybe you're from the Muslim tradition and they say, oh, marry more than one wife. Even I think the Quran says if you are able to manage, so they still
care for them and love them at the same time.
So if you are able to
care for them equally,
correct. So if there's no structure in place where what you're giving A, you're giving B, and they can all manage together, then there's bound to be issues. But nowadays, a lot of people go into it, they don't even have the emotional capacity to manage these women. They don't even have the financial capacity, let's even put it that way, even if money is not a factor to maintain a peaceful polygamous home. But then a lot of people feel, okay, it is my tradition, I'm the first son, and it's my entitlement, my grandfather did it, and I must do it. Definitely there's bound to be a problem. This first wife doesn't have a son, this one has a son, so you're feeding this other one better than, if there's no structure, if you can't love all of them together at the same time, then there's about to be issues. You're going to die slowly.
Let's come to love. Let's come to love. Can you love more than one wife or more than one person? Because I do not know what people define love as. Yes.
Are scared of, because at old age, women will always go around to do a mugo, visit their, their take care of their grandchildren, which the man cannot do. But if you
you can travel with your husband.
If you take care of your wife, you treat her rightly at your young age. I kid you not, the kids will make sure they put things in order to take care of you, even when your wife is not around.
They could even carry the two of you. I have seen that. Yes, I have seen that. A young friend of mine, when the parents had to go to the UK for her elder sister's omugo, both the father and mom went.
That depends on the wife. It also depends on how you treat your wife.
So it has to do with what you're saying.
If you treat if you're intentional about it at your young age, because whatever you sow, my dear sister, you reap it.
No, it's not me. We're talking of the men. We're talking of the men.
Whatever you sow at your age, at your young age in marriage, you will definitely reap it. So treat your wife well. Be intentional about it. Don't just push her to the corner. Time is coming where you will need her more than she needs you now. When you treat her rightly, when it's time for her to go for the amugo, she can tell her daughter or her son, if you're not taking my husband with me, I'm not coming. Depends on how you treat her well now. So if you treat her rightly, she will know, okay, I'm coming for amugo. I'm spending just 2 weeks. I would have spent 1 month, but because of my husband, I will stay for a short time. But if you know you want me to stay longer, please take me and my husband. That
but
depends.
My issue with this thing is how they resolve conflict
in the polygamous.
Yes, how they maintain order.
We are going to be. We'll come back to all this. I just need us to go for a short break because the man in the house is already giggling. I don't know why he's doing that. So
I hope I'm not serving hot today.
You are doing that. He's already giggling, and I'm sure he's hitting him. Maybe he has 2 wives. We'll find out when we go for the short break, and we'll be right back. Please stay tuned. Yes, welcome back. You're still on WIC, and I still have Chisom here, the barrister, and I have Princess Edith here. Okay, we were talking about treating your wife rightly so that she would, accept you at old age and always want to be with you at old age. Truly, some men treat their wives poorly when, they are young and, growing up together. And when it's time for the woman to, treat him, nicely, she decides to go stay with the children in the name of, I want to go do omugo. Men, Edith was advising.
It is good measure, according to the Bible, press down, shake it together, that we women will give unto your bosom at old age.
That's serious. That's so serious.
That's how it is. So if you serve your wife good, you take care of her. You take care of her mental health, her physical health. You treat her rightly, make her have a sense of belonging. At old age, she will adore you. She will honor you. In this polygamy we are talking about, the backbones in it, if you go that route, you won't like to talk about polygamy.
Okay, so this brings me to a short story. From this story, we're going to be asking ourselves questions from there. Okay, I once had a guest in my political program who came in and said, we just were talking and he said, I have 4 wives. No, he said, yes, I have 4 wives and 2 on the way coming. So I was like, are you joking? He said, no, I'm serious. That was behind the camera. He said, no, I'm very serious. I was like, seriously? Yes, he said, I'm a Muslim, so I have 4 wives and 2 on the way coming. And he gave me this instance and the stories how these 4 wives came to be. Okay, the first wife had left him because the second wife was the first wife's very good friend who was always telling the first wife, no, if your husband is not doing this or he's not treating you nicely, if he's not doing this, not. And so the first wife got upset and said, you're not treating me nicely, I'm leaving. And this second wife was like, the first wife is a fool. I've been wanting to come in.
Oh my
and
God.
So she came in into the marriage. And that led to second, third, fourth, and the fifth and the sixth are on their way. So I asked him a question. I said, do they cooperate? And he said, yes, they do. And he said, these wives are financial gains for him. That's where my question is going to come from. That he invests in them and they triple his investment.
Oh, that's true. Wow.
Because they are all in a competition. Because he says, when you have tripled maybe the business that he put in your hand, and you begin to tell me, oh, I multiplied it over the years, I got 10 million, I did that, and that. Me wants to, oh no, let me supersede you. So the business he puts in my hand, I try hard to make it work. So that I can come and say, oh, my financial gains are more than yours.
Wow.
And then you hear all this from the two of us, I know I must be the best. And you begin to put all effort. They compete amongst themselves financially, not even wanting to have his love, who loves me, who he will love more or not. They want to supersede each other.
That man must be an Igbo man. Because he's doing his own business.
Okay, so I told him, I said, I want to have 3 of your wives on WIC. He said he will bring them by himself.
I hope to be here.
I said, will they come? He said, yes, they will come, and they will come and tell me all these things that he's telling me. So what's your take in that? Do you think he's greedy, or do you think he married them out of love, or he married them out of come and work for me and make money for me?
Okay, that's why I said, I keep saying it, that it depends on purpose. So these women, they know that, okay, financially, they are also gaining from the man, I'm sure, that they are in the business together and all of that. They are building a home together. And they don't have a problem with sharing space with a co-wife where we're talking business. You're earning money, I'm taking so percent. So polygamy, if you have a very good reason. He says, okay, financial reason is good enough to take care of your kids, to keep trust funds and all of that for your children. So if you're into polygamy because you want a financial support, you don't just want to lean on one person alone. You want to build a financial empire, a business empire where you can be getting money from different sources. Your woman is handling this, she's the treasurer here, it's a good reason. As much as you can maintain order and there's no drama, because it's also a very risky thing, because in the area of finance, there's always bound to be issue. How much did you give this one, or how much is this one making, all of that. So it breeds competition. Just where you're saying these ladies will compete among us, it breeds, and competition now breeds envy. Yes, so the way the thing is going,
which is very dangerous to a family.
Which is very dangerous for a family.
Yeah, it's very
So you think his idea of polygamy is very dangerous?
You said something, Patricia. You said now he invested in the wives. Now he's reaping it, he's gaining it. I have to ask the tribe where he comes from. Now, anything put in a woman's hand, a woman will always replicate or double or triple it. Anything you give a woman, give it to a woman when it comes to that. Give a woman a very good thing, she will give it to you back. Double it. Give her bad energy, she will give you negative, double, triple. So now, this man married these wives, doing investment with them. They are co-pilots, they are business partner. They are not just in marriage alone. They are business partner. I can relate this to our forefathers that are married for the purpose of farming.
Farming, yeah.
So our forefathers married for the purpose of farming, to have a very large farm. They can have rice farm, yam farm, potato or pepper farm, cassava farm at the same time, granite farm at the same time. And when it's time for harvesting, oh God, you will see their barn, you market every time. The wives will be going to the market while the children are going to the farm harvesting all the crops. So that man has a reason for going, that is our forefathers now,
Yes.
have a reason, a very
Going
cogent
into
reason
yeah.
for going into polygamy, to have more hands, instead of looking for hire to come and, jobs to come and do the farm work. Now this man is replicating what our forefathers did those days.
So but in a more modern
in a modern form. So he's now investing in his wives. I kid you not. This man, as time goes on, the children start growing up, he will start doing safe business with his kids. But on the long run, this man is pressurizing his wife. He's pressurizing these women. And these women are not seeing it because they are beclouded by the competition and the money involved. And women, when it comes to competition, we are not too good in it. We will throw everything to the caution to the wind because we want to outshine the other.
That's the problem. As I said, it breeds envy.
Yeah, it breeds envy, and this is going to affect the children.
Of course,
the children born into that home. This picture, this scenario you just painted for us. The children born into that home, this thing is going to affect them negatively or positively. Take it or leave it. In future, this man will see it. Are you getting it?
Are you sure they see it? Because he told me 4, 5 is on the way. The 4th and the 5th.
How
many
children does he have? He wants to invest more. He's a businessman. He's a businessman. He's trading with his wife.
He's not stopping at 4.
No, it continues.
No, he said 2 more are coming.
Okay.
2 more are coming.
If you get to a point, let me tell you, Patricia, before you cut me down, before you cut me out, these women, if we get to a tone, they will turn around and start trading with him. I'm telling you.
Trade with him how? If you can explain.
Okay, now he's trading with them. Maybe they've not realized it because they've been clouded by whatever is on the table. They will turn around and begin to use him for business. In the sense that, you see, this money he invested in them, this money may not be remitted. We can decide to say, okay, he's our husband after all. Okay, this part of the money, I will invest it on my own. They will invest the money in another business with their name or with their children's name, or not to the man.
Well, it's still in the family. If you ask me, it's still in the family. Okay, so this brings me to a quick question. Having said all of this about polygamy, some girls, especially young girls, are still ready to get into polygamy for the sake of money. Do you think they're doing the right thing?
For the sake of money, like you said, young girls of nowadays, there's a lifestyle, there's a particular lifestyle that every young girl wants to meet up with, the flashy money lifestyle, to maintain the skin, maintain her family or whatever else. So you going into polygamy because of money, it is not advisable, except if you know the consequences and you're ready to bear the consequence. Because if you're going into it because of money, you're not the only one sharing the money. They have a lot of people that you need to respect. We have co-wives that you will need to, adjust for when it comes to money. You're not the only person. So any lady who is going into polygamy because of money, you need to have it at the back of your mind that it is not just you. Because they will make it feel like it is you because you are new. You're the new wife. So just to make you feel welcomed and all of that, you feel it's just you, but it is not. There are multiple women before you, which you have to pay respect to.
Homage. Homage.
You have to pay respect to. And because of that, they will see anything you do as your attitude is bringing disrespect, or if they get any kind of funny vibe from you, then there's now serious competition already. Because you're young, doesn't mean this is how you'll be behaving and all of that. So it is not advisable for a young girl to go into polygamy because of money. You can go into it because, I want to build a legacy as a woman. I mean, the man has an empire, yes, and you feel like his resources can help you build your children's legacy. Something that if you're no more, your children would definitely have something in place. They will have houses and all of that. But don't just center it on only that factor because of property or financial gain. You have to ready your mind. In fact, prepare to fight different battles.
Okay. Chisom has talked about money in polygamy. I'm going to bring love to you in polygamy. Do you think any woman will get into polygamy because she loves the man? Is it possible for a woman to love a man who already has a wife,
Love
but
or-
says, I love this man and, I want to marry him because I love him? Is it possible? If you ask me, let me ask and answer this question. Yes.
Yeah.
You could meet a man that is already married, but you just find yourself loving this man.
course.
And he approaches you to want to marry you. And you decide, okay, because I love him, let me go ahead and
Very
marry him.
possible. It's very, very possible. It all depends on the lady in question. There are some women that even when they are still young girls, they've not been married. They like their men very old. So when they come, when they find themselves in this situation, I will tell you that this lady may love this man wholeheartedly. Genuinely.
Not because of the
Not
money.
because of the money. Depends on how affectionate the man is and how what the love the man is bringing or proposing to her. Some young or single girls can love a married man genuinely.
Okay, this
Honestly,
will bring me
then
to...
some men actually also love single girls, even when they have wife at home. There are some men that go into marriage because they want to have they want to behave and act young. Let me use the case of Okoya, as a case study. You see Okoya other wives, they're old, as it should be, like him. You see, at a point, he went out to get a very beautiful damsel. What's her name again?
Shade.
And Shade came into the picture. As at then, I was still a young girl that I used to say, what is she looking for? Why will you go and marry such an old man? But the girl was so intentional about it. Okay, then Okoya was looking like somebody that wants to soon sleep. This man was soon sleep. But look at him today. He's growing younger, not even older. He's looking very strong. So men will say, okay, they want to go and marry a young girl to refresh their blood. Yes. To renew and refresh their blood. Thereby making them having this young, energized, and having
acting like a younger
person, then energized and have this younger look.
And anyway, that brings us to the end of today's program. I hope you ladies enjoyed our program today.
Oh, we do.
Polygamy is very large. It's not a topic we want to end in one day. But I promise my viewers out there, I'm going to bring in these 3 wives so they come and share to us how they understand polygamy and how they are managing to live in the same home with one man. Thank you so much, Jason, for being here today.
Thank you so much, Patricia. I really appreciate it.
And thank you, Edith.
Thanks for having me. Expect more from WIC.
Exactly. And then when the 3 women will be here, we're going to be having a round table, probably 6 of us, because Chisom and Edith are, of course, going to be here to ask these women questions, how they are managing their home. I am Patricia Uremu Gabriel. See you same time next week. Bye.